Welcome to the Bob and Tom Show. It's going to be something today, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really something. Really big shoe. Really, really big shoe.
That was a request. I'll tell you what in a minute.
The ladies are singing. Excuse you. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello,
There's
Chick.
Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold. Hey. Chick McGee. Here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chick.
With all the big horns.
Give him a little stab there. Thank you very much. Now, we have a lot going on here. That was Billy Jonas and the song about outside urination. I'm a big fan and got a letter that was requesting that song, so I'll get right to it. Dear Bob and Tom Show, writes Eric, from a small western Pennsylvania city.
Okay.
I'm 50 years old. We have a new puppy. Eric, I have 2 new puppies. I can sympathize.
I got one.
He goes, I'm responsible for taking the puppy out early in the morning. He needs to go out as soon as we get up every morning. I can't take the time to even relieve myself before taking the puppy outside, or he'll have an accident. I know exactly what this guy's talking about. Most days, I'm extremely pushed to take a leak. Yesterday morning, I couldn't take it anymore, and I went outside with the dog. And I've been singing that song ever since. Please play Billy Jonas's Pissin' Outside. Done, sir.
Now he started a
Eric.
trend.
Well, sometimes you gotta get that dog right out.
Thought you were bringing your dog today. What happened?
I was gonna bring one of them today, but I think I'll do it next week.
Okay.
There's a reason we don't bring our dogs in. There's something going on that there is hell to pay if you bring your dog in.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Ask around.
Okay, well, I'll find out.
Spend some time.
Okay.
See, people talk to me because they can't yell at you.
That's good. I like that.
I know. I know. That's why I leave.
Okay. Now, we have some interesting stuff coming up in sports, but before we get to that, I want to mention...
I'm not kidding.
I mentioned Pat Godwin and Willie G. Patty G and Willie G. On the road. Michigan is the place. Waterford, Michigan at One Night Stands.
Hilarious.
STAN'. One Night Stands for a couple of big shows tonight and tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Well, that'll be great. We'll look forward to getting a song out of Mr. Godwin. Yes, sir. What have you got going over there?
Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You like the Mercedes-Benz? Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? That's a nice-looking stadium.
That will be the neutral site. If Buffalo and Kansas City meet in the AFC Championship game, the NFL decided to put the potential matchup in that neutral city after the Bills' Week 17 game against the Bengals was canceled due to Damar Hamlin's cardiac arrest and resuscitation on the field. The Chiefs are the #1 seed in the AFC, but played one more game than the 2nd seed Bills. The league brokered the neutral site because Buffalo could have been the top seed with a victory over the Bengals. So there you go. I'm not taking questions. Now, overtime rules in the postseason. They have changed
again
slightly. They consist of as many 15-minute periods as are necessary. Does anybody know how long the overtime period is in the regular NFL season?
Nope.
12, maybe?
10 minutes. Okay. And there's only one overtime period. If it ends in a tie after that, so be it.
And it makes Tom
or
really
as
mad.
Doris Day said, que sera, sera.
Right.
But each team does get the ball. No, unless the first team scores a touchdown, then the game's over.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
The team scores a touchdown, game's over. First score in overtime is a touchdown, game's over.
Other team doesn't get to touch the ball?
No.
I thought they changed that.
No. They kick a field goal, the other team gets the ball.
Okay.
You got to pay attention, Tom. You got to wake up.
It's not fair.
Life's not fair.
Well, for people that are putting money on it, it should be fair.
You don't even gamble. Okay, there are as many 15-minute periods in playoff game overtime as necessary until there's a winner. Wow. Instead of the single 10-minute overtime period in the regular season, both teams now get at least one possession, touchdown or no. Even if the team that has the first possession scores a touchdown.
So they do get possession.
That's playoffs. Not the regular season.
Oh, okay,
Listen to words, Tom.
I thought we were talking about the playoffs.
Oh, my God.
So they do it more like you.
I started this by saying the overtime rules have changed somewhat for the playoffs.
Yes.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay, good. Well, good. That's good to know.
This is what comes from you, Ace. Are you happy?
I just want a conversation about the playoffs.
Ace, well, why don't you tell us how the Raiders are going to do in the playoffs?
Oh.
It's every game except for New Orleans, they were in it.
Well, that counts. They should have been first seed then. They should, instead of, well, one loss be damned. Who played hardest and was in it? Well, the Raiders.
You see, Derek Carr wrote a nice letter to his fans.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't go.
I hope he doesn't end up in Washington, whatever the name
That's
is.
a rumor.
Okay.
I know.
Now, Mr. McGee did make his shoe-in of the week picks for the playoffs up against Robert Hatton. And you guys agreed on every game except for one.
Jacksonville and the Chargers. Even though Jacksonville beat the Chargers earlier in the year, he says Chargers are going to win or keep it close. He took the Chargers +3.
Okay, well, we'll review those picks coming up. What else do you have? Do you want to tease over there in the world of
The
sports?
Ravens have announced, well, actually, Lamar Jackson has announced he ain't going to play against the Bengals Sunday night. He's
What
not
do you mean
playing.
he's not going to play?
He's not playing. He says there was a big explanation as what's wrong with his knee.
Oh,
And I'm not sure if it's his left knee
his right knee?
or his weenie.
Okay. Very good.
my weenie. How about how many weeks would you be out if you hurt your weenie?
Well, it depends on the nature of the...
Evidently, he sprained it. Got a PCL sprain, an ACL,
His groin?
an MCL. No, his knee.
Oh, sorry.
One of his knees.
We're just making fun of his weenie.
Okay, I was
We're
gonna
just
say.
teasing talking about his weenie.
Yeah.
Talking about his dong there.
And finally, we've got a high school football coach who could have coached when I was on a high school football team. We'll talk about that.
Old school.
You're damn right.
Now, we were also talking
Horse and buggy to practice. That's what I did.
not too long ago about this laser video taken of a toilet flushing. Remember this news story?
Yes.
About a month ago, I guess it was. And it shows that the toilet is flushed and all this stuff spews into the air, and now they're recommending that you close the lid.
Always close the lid, always have. You haven't done that?
They don't even have lids in the toilets here.
Well, but at home you have them, right?
Here, I flush and run. Do you do that? I flush it and then take off.
Like you're throwing,
So I'm not
ask you this.
inhaling the...
I flush and get my face down there, so I feel like I'm at Niagara Falls.
Really? Like
Yeah.
to
Should I stop doing that?
clear the sinuses?
So you wash your hands first, then you flush, then you run out?
No, you flush, then you run to the other side of the bathroom, then you start washing your hands.
Is
They're not that big, but
is the horseshoe toilet seat nothing more than a cost-saving measure?
you think it should be a full circle?
Yeah, but that would cost,
I think it was
30% more
why
material.
you're right. Why is there a
because
I
I think
don't know.
I think your junk touches the seat, and that's how you get STDs, right?
Yes, that is.
So you'd rather have your junk touch the bowl? I object. If the seat's not there between you and the bowl,
okay.
And ladies, if your junk is touching the seat,
Oh, I don't want to talk about that.
you might want to look up the word prolapse if that's happening.
Chick, in college, we had a wobbly seat. Wouldn't
Yeah.
stay up.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it'd be up, and then it starts going down, and you have to maintain your stream through the horseshoe, and that was a fun time.
That's very exciting. We could do that here. The men's room has a...
Yeah, I don't know the origin of the horseshoe toilet seat, but that certainly is worth looking up.
Got to be cost-saving.
This comes to us from a young lady named Harmony.
Harmony and me, pretty good company.
She writes,
God, I love that so
you were
much.
talking about
that sounded great.
the laser demonstration about how much stuff sprays out of a toilet when you flush. I've been diligently closing the toilet lid ever since. 2 days ago, my 6-year-old son sprinted into the bathroom to pee. Moments later, he screamed out, "Who closed the lid?" I responded that I did. What was the issue? He said that he, in his rush, didn't see that the lid was down and peed all over the top of the seat. Now, I'm debating if I'd rather have the toilet continue to spray up or the possibility of having to deal with this situation again. Thank you for creating a problem where I had no problem. You're welcome, Harmony. That's what we're here for. Pat, what do you got
I have an
coming up over there?
explanation about the horseshoe seat.
Oh, go ahead. What is it?
Apparently, it was designed to allow women to wipe the perineal area after using the water closet without contacting a seat that might be unhygienic.
I see.
So a front wiper.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is there room?
Honestly, I've never really thought about it.
Hang on. How big's your woman?
I don't have a horseshoe seat at home.
get to my lottie.
I'm all puffy down there.
One mint, one thin mint.
Thanks, Christy. I blame you. We'll explore this and many other things. Coming up, we do have good news, White Castle fans. And we also have an interesting new study about porno and the stability of relationships.
Porn.
And as you said, an old school high school football coach currently.
I know whatever it is. I already know I'm on this guy's side.
Well, I don't think you
I don't
are.
know about it.
Wait till you hear what happened.
I don't think I can't think of anyone who would have gone out for the team had this continued.
Yeah, we'll find out what we're talking about in a second. But right now, if you're listening to the show, I hope you're listening through those Raycon earbuds because the show sounds so much better.
And 30% funnier. The new year is here, and you know how important earbuds are in your life. Well, get a hold of some Raycons. They become indispensable in the new year. Premium audio at the perfect price point. You've got to go with Raycon. They look, feel, and sound better than ever. The optimized gel tips fit every ear that has ever been made, and earbuds are so comfortable, and they will not budge. Raycon, speaking of toilets, you've had an earbud fall off into the out of your ear and into the toilet. How embarrassing is that? And you're fishing around, and then you're hoping it dries. Now with Raycons, they stay put, and they give you 8 hours of playtime and 32 hours of battery life. And they're priced just right. And I ain't even mentioned they have 3 customizable sound profiles. And earbuds, Raycons have over 50,000 5-star reviews. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your Raycon order. And the price is so right. Buy a pair for someone and get a pair for yourself. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Score 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Plus, we got a couple of world records, including one with an old man. Whoa, what's record? When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everybody knows when you get south of Gainesville, Florida, you're back in Michigan.
Is that what it is?
See, the southern accent stops at Gainesville, Florida. You get the panhandle North Florida accent. It's kind of like Ronnie Van Zant from Leonard Skinner. Hey, man, all right, man. Y'all gonna go to Panama City, man? All right, man. And then South Georgia, they talk like Jimmy Carter. Nobody has any R's in their words, and they sound like they'll get their ass whipped, which was pretty much his M.O. the whole time he was president.
Yeah.
North Georgia, everything got an R in it. Put the back door in your car there. Pull it back around there.
Alabama, you open your mouth up real wide like this and talk like this. Are y'all going on Wednesday night or Friday night? I'm not sure. I may go on Friday because I got a dental appointment on Wednesday.
Is Paula Dean from Alabama?
She's from Savannah, Georgia. She makes me sound like a, Brooklyn attorney. Mississippi, they all talk like Elvis Presley. Everybody got that little stutter in there. They can't quite get it out. Jimmy Swaggart always sounded like he was from Mississippi, but he's actually from Louisiana. Well, I don't really know exactly what happened at the hotel. Louisiana, they got the French thing. Because they bought that thing from France. They just did it cool and everybody else.
Where you at?
They from Louisiana. Okay? We ought to sell that state today. Louisiana ain't been nothing but a headache for the past 10 years.
Really?
It's basically a concrete bridge with water under it. We bought Louisiana in 1803. Louisiana Purchase. If we sold it today, we could triple our money.
Really?
Don't you have a theory on an interesting thought? You were gambling in Louisiana and...
No, I was in Mississippi.
I don't know if I was in Louisiana when that happened. I was talking like this.
You had a blackjack. You had a blackjack hand, and you said a quick prayer about.
Oh no, that was in Evansville, Indiana. That's another story.
All right.
Arkansas, they talk like Bill Clinton. You can't tell if they're laughing or crying. Johnny Cash sort of had that. He was from Arkansas, and you couldn't tell if he was happy or sad. Tennessee, I can't do. You chew gum, talk like Charlie Daniels, and he's from North Carolina. South Carolina, you talk like Strom Thurmond. Everybody remember Strom Thurmond? He was 137 years old in the United States Senate. There's some lovely young ladies in here today. Strom turned out to be a little bit hypocritical on the way out.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Strom Thurmond, the only man in the world that could pull out a Susan B. Anthony dollar, look at it and think, yeah, I slept with her. He could probably get that Indian woman on the Sacagawea dollar.
Yeah, probably.
I bet you if you check it, Bob, that's his baby she's holding.
Tom referred to as a water hose nozzle as a squirter gun. You referred to one of your daughter's birthday tiara as a birthday helmet. You have called a video arcade a game parlor. And you absolutely have called a stack of weights for a barbell at a gym a stack of weight pancakes.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
His name is Apollo Johnson. And he's America's #1 astronaut. But he's also a well-endowed ladies' man. Monumental Pictures proudly presents Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo, your rocket is so big.
Adult film star Dick Mahogany in his first starring role since Shaft's Lethal Weapon is astronaut Apollo Johnson. And when he's not orbiting the Earth, he's going around the world. Apollo Johnson. He's not just an astronaut. He's a charter member of the 100,000 Mile High Club. And believe me, there's nothing weightless about Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo. Now I know why they call it the Johnson Space Center.
He's Apollo Johnson, and not even the shuttle can hold all of his cargo. Look at that load. Apollo 13 and a half from Monumental Pictures, rated PG-13 and a half.
Oh, boy.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's baloney in our sight.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
He got me a gift.
He did.
We'll talk about it. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
I'm thinking of going on Shark Tank.
Yeah, you got a good idea?
Yeah, I just burned the living bejesus out of my tongue.
Oh, no.
With this tea. What if you could you make a stirrer stick? You would stir the tea, and it would immediately, like turn a color when it was
too hot.
Yeah,
and then it would change color when it was
cool down,
sippable.
Because my original idea was you'd have like a strip on the side of the cup.
Yeah, but
that would give a readout. And then,
can I ask? So do you, when you grab a hot cup of coffee,
right?
do you do the and then just a little taste?
But that's not very accurate because I just burned the hell out of my tongue.
No, you gulp like you're in prison and you need to get the coffee down.
You don't like my idea?
I do. See if they're. I wonder if they're.
I'm looking it up.
I'm almost certain if that exists, there's some sort of a negative dye that causes.
I would imagine the reason they couldn't do that is because they'd get sued.
Probably.
Someone would say, well, it said green, and I took a sip and burned my tongue. And
yeah, that's the problem.
And maybe the cost.
I don't know. I mean, coffee's...
Cartoon stir stick temperature sensing coffee stir.
Wait a minute. Hold it. Cartoons in it. I like it.
Wait a minute. It says page can't be found, so maybe it didn't sell very well.
What if you just stir it with a popsicle? That way it cools it down to the temperature you'd like it at.
Have you considered that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great idea. What flavor popsicle?
Lime. Tea flavored.
Did you know they have a self-stirring coffee mug?
What?
Yes.
I know a guy that has this thing. It looks like a coaster, and you put your coffee on it. It keeps it warm.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What kind of pussy doesn't drink his coffee fast enough that it stays? Oh, sorry.
Oh, hey, that might be the problem that you're having with burning your mouth.
You
if you're
drink-
drinking it too fast.
You chug your coffee like you're a frat guy doing a boat race at Sigma Chi.
What's a boat race?
It's when you drink a beer really fast, and then your friend drinks a beer really fast, and the next guy drinks a beer really fast, and then he drinks another one, and then it goes right back to him, and then back to me.
Wow.
Oh,
How scientific.
I thought that was called Saturday.
Yeah, we have drinking coming up. By the way, Patty G and Willie G over there and over there are going to be on stage tonight. It's very exciting. Waterford, Michigan, at One Night Stands. Pat, we'll have to get. You want to play one of the songs you're going to play tonight?
We're going to sing a song about that gig tonight.
You
a little
are?
bit later in the show today.
Okay.
Willie and I, yeah.
We'll certainly look forward to that. In the meantime, we do have Chick's picks for the playoffs, the opening salvos, if you will. And Chick and our guest, Robert Hatton, who was last week's winner of the Big Green Egg Minimax, agreed on all the games except for one. Chick is picking Jacksonville +3 over the
Chargers.
L.A. Chargers. But Chick's picks briefly. He's taking Cincinnati -9, Tampa +3, the Giants +3, and the Bills -13. And San Francisco is your double shock. And they are giving away 10. Is
Blowout.
that correct? Yeah. Really? Okay, good.
28-10, maybe.
Those are his picks, ladies and gentlemen. They're posted at various Bob and Tom social media platforms. And now we return to Chick McGee at the sports desk.
Well, before we get on with sports, the
Yes.
NFL playoffs, Josh gave me a gift. They are, I love really, really great peanuts. These are home-cooked salted Virginia peanuts from Hubs.
They are just terrific.
The
Really?
Hubbard Peanut Company.
And what I like about them is
Since 1954.
And
one of the things I like about them, they're like vacuum sealed in,
Yeah.
in a tin or whatever.
Yes.
We have the key thing.
And
You
yes.
have that.
You get a key.
You know,
You get a key that you have to
Here
put
we go.
under the rim, and then you
Yeah.
have to pry it up.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh.
Hymanized.
And now, and then there's even I guess a seal
Yes.
on top of it. And look at how tight that is.
How do I get into that?
Who doesn't like a
use
tight
the
seal?
key and kind of dig into it, and then that really
Will
kind
it
of gives
go?
you that. Yes,
Oh, okay.
it'll give you that fresh peanut queef.
Oh, it smells so good. It smells like peanut butter.
Peanut queef.
Hey, wait a minute. Anybody want any of these?
Not now.
What? What's the problem? After I stuck my face in there, what's the problem? Oh, I'm going to have to eat them all by myself.
There is. I brought another can in for the green room.
Oh,
How nice! I figured something like this might happen.
You know he doesn't like to share, right?
Yes, he was an only child. Sharing is not in the
I don't care.
formula over there.
Yeah.
Nice. Looking good. Okay, so what's happening in sports?
Well, I just loaded up on peanuts.
Sure. You're not supposed to. We're not supposed to have anything
Oh, my
like that.
God, they're so good, Josh.
Yeah, aren't those
I've been
good?
prohibiting that kind of snack food in the green room because you can't talk when you eat it.
Yeah, I know you some.
No, you'd rather have food that looked like gazelle entrails and eat it in front of us
blue stuff.
and dripping out of your mouth onto the floor.
Are you referring to my acai bowls?
Yes.
What a pain in the butt that is.
Okay.
You're not over that yet?
No, I've got a couple frozen.
Okay.
Delightful. Now we have sports starting.
That's quite a drive from your new abode, isn't it?
I know. Don't.
Now, what happened this morning as far as driving in from your new house? How many times did you get lost?
Didn't get lost driving in.
Okay.
Did you get lost yesterday? At any time did you get lost yesterday driving?
No.
Day
Good.
before?
It's a good
Yes.
day.
Yes. So it's been 2 days.
Yeah.
Well, 1 day.
Well, again, I'm not living in my normal neighborhood, so there's all these new things. Strange stop signs.
Your confidence in your idiocy
These
is amazing.
gateless communities.
I was driving around yesterday, and I was on the intersection where he must have been driving, and it was kind of a rainy day, and, kind of didn't want to be out driving,
Sure.
and I just thought of him being lost, going all the way around about, and I just laughed and laughed.
It's one of those figure-8 double roundabouts.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
With a
about.
bunch of confusing signs. The sun was announced. I didn't know east from west, and I ended up going west for many miles.
You told me that you don't like a certain red light, so you're going to go a different way now. Do you remember that?
Oh, that's correct.
Where that gas station is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't.
Wait a minute. You don't like the red lights?
Josh and I drive by this every day.
No, it's 3 a.m. I don't want to be in front of this place because there are people there that are probably dangerous.
I don't go to I'll tell you this. I'm fine with the stoplight, but I won't go to that gas station.
Any time of day, that place is.
You're exactly right.
Very sketchy.
And it is any time of day.
I don't know.
There's a lot of
The parking lot's impossible to maneuver. There's a ton of things wrong
My
with it.
brain,
panhandling.
what you're saying right now, the way you're saying it, my brain is screaming, save him. But I don't think I can.
John, it happens to be the largest intersection in the state. And you can enter that gas station from two angles, and it's just you're asking to get your car hit.
You really are.
And early in the morning, you're asking to get gunned down.
No, you're not.
Look, I'm with Tom on this.
I do not want to be there. I don't want to. Some guy walk up to my windshield at 3 in the morning, going, "Hey, you got any booze?"
That's not what happens. It doesn't happen.
That's because I don't go that way.
If it were to, it would be at that place.
Oh, my God.
I go a different way.
Look, every place has risky areas. That just happens to be one of them.
Didn't you, weren't you at a gas station just the other morning? You had a delightful exchange with a couple of the people. And
yeah, the guy in front of me didn't
forgot
have his
rewards
card, and he runs out to the car to go get his rewards card, and this sort of sweet older man behind me just goes, "Oh, what the hell?" And he walks up, he points at his soda, gives the guy $5, and he goes, "I'm leaving."
Awesome.
That's exactly what I would do.
That's the stuff that happens early in the morning.
Was that early in the morning?
Yeah, it was.
You were gassing up at 3 or 4 in the morning? Whatever.
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
I do that all the time.
No.
I do it on my way in, too, sometimes. Sure.
I went inside to get my little nicotine replacement things.
No. Daylight only, friends.
That's usually who's there at 3
my gas station.
Nicotiners.
My gas station isn't open. You can just use the pumps. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I did it this morning.
Yeah.
So they're even more robbable. There aren't.
What are they going to rob?
You.
No. It's well lit.
Pull up in front of you and behind you. You're trapped.
Oh, for God's
sake. You know.
It happens every day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Every single day.
Daylight, gasoline, neighborhood, very important. All these things. Check off all these factors.
Keep talking, Tom.
The mind of a paranoid man.
That's right. You know, someone who wasn't paranoid. You know what they're doing right now?
What?
They're lying on a slab dead.
Where are you on the when it's your time, it's your time? Where are you on that? As far as there's a clock running on all of us, and we hit that bang. That's
trite.
Well, I missed it. What?
He finds that to be trite.
Trite.
That notion. Yes.
Fate, kismet, serendipity, trite. You can affect that, huh?
Oh, God.
All right. Let's have some fun. Are you ready for some fun?
I am.
Don't say yes if you're not ready for some fun. Are you ready for some fun?
Yes.
Hey, I'm ready for some fun.
What happened on this day 54 years ago?
Ooh. What the heck day is it?
It's January 13th. It's Friday the 13th.
Your hint is, I'm pseudo sports desk over here.
54 years ago.
Ooh. And the 57th one's coming up.
Was this the NFL championship game?
No, it was the AFL NFL championship. That's right. Oh. And listen to this.
That was pretty close.
Listen. This is the Super Bowl III television opening.
Are you serious?
NBC Sports presents the third AFL NFL World Championship game. The Super Bowl.
Is that Kurt Gowdy?
Yep.
The American Football League champions.
What a great
New York
voice.
Jets versus the National Football League champions, the Baltimore Colts. From the Orange Bowl, from Miami, Florida.
He gives the weather forecast.
The city of Miami hosts for this Super Bowl game. And a wonderful host it's been.
Wonderful.
The temperature right now is 72 degrees. The wind is going to be a factor here. It's gusty now, 15 miles an hour, and we have a 20% chance of rain.
The 4,000 people here will surely enjoy.
No.
The field was covered, though.
This is the first one that went crazy.
Oh, okay.
And they could have sold 150,000 tickets for this game.
Wow.
And this is pre-Super Bowl?
This is the pregame of the Super Bowl. Yeah,
this is called the Super Bowl at this point.
No, it's...
I'm Kurt Gowdy. I'm going to call the play-by-play for you.
The graphic that comes up is the AFL NFL championship game. And then the Super Bowl. I think the third one is the first time they used the term Super Bowl.
Did you say the weather did play a factor in
It
that
did
game?
not.
Oh, it did not.
And do you this is, I'm not trying to ask you a difficult question.
No,
Is this the
I'm
one
used to it.
where famously the halftime show was
I don't know about that.
like a college band or something? And
No, I want to say that's Tulane, and it was like 30 degrees, and everybody froze.
But I mean, they didn't have the pop stars the way they do now.
No, I would think Super Bowl III still had college bands. I don't know about this. But
Folks paid as much as $1.35 to enter.
And the original Super Bowl, wasn't it on two different networks at the same time?
Super Bowl I definitely was. I don't know about 2, but NBC had the sole rights to number 3, and I detested Kurt Gowdy. I never liked him.
Oh, I've always liked Kurt Gowdy.
There's Baltimore quarterback Unitas enjoying a cigarette before the big game.
And
it looks like a marching band, marching 100 performance at Super Bowl III.
Who's the halftime show this year?
Beyonce,
Rihanna, Shakira, one of them.
Rihanna. It's Rihanna.
Shakira did it once before.
Kurt continues. Kurt? I didn't. Never mind. I should have hit the pause. Well, you get the flavor of it. How about that music?
Is that a bassoon?
I think it's an oboe.
I don't know.
No, I think that's some kind of like drum right there, guys.
It sounds like a cymbal.
Oh, it's a bassoon, I think.
NBC
Or
Sports.
bass clarinet.
What do you think they did? They went in and they said, we need some music for the AFL NFL championship game. Tom, what do you have for us? And you come in and go, okay, I've written this. What do you think?
It's kind of got some motion to it.
Really?
It kicks in a little bit in. I wouldn't have necessarily thought of
NBC Sports.
that. Sounds like a woodwind of some sort.
Something that puts a smile on your face but doesn't get the wife dancing. We don't need any of those hussies tapping their toes while we're trying to show them some foot-em-a-ball, which is what we called it back then.
And of course, they used 2 footballs.
Yeah, that's right.
One for the offense and one for the defense.
And who were the quarterbacks that year?
Earl Morrall for Baltimore and Joe Namath. Unitas came in at the end and tried to save the game, and that's when Joe got kind of nervous on the sideline. But
This is the famous Joe Namath number 1.
well, Kurt, in the open, he says it covers that Joe guarantees a victory.
Of course, both quarterbacks have already been serviced by prostitutes for good luck.
Good luck,
The
fellas.
game was different then, you see.
Oh, yeah.
Broadway Joe.
Win one for the zipper.
And I think Baltimore was...
Oh, it's the Florida A&M marching band, by the way. Look,
FAMU. I think Baltimore was favored by like 19 or 20. Super Bowl.
It was old
where
school.
Namath guaranteed the win. Now, had the merger taken place?
No, because it said AFL. And I think the merger took place in 72. I think that's when the Steelers and the Colts and the Browns moved to the AFC. And you have what you have today.
And we do have Chick's picks for the playoff weekend. And Chick once again agreed with our winner from last week, Robert Hatton of Cincinnati. However, except for the Jacksonville Chargers game. Mr. McGee has Jacksonville, and the L.A. Chargers are being backed by, I'll take Rob Hatton.
I like Jacksonville +3, Cincinnati -9, Tampa Bay +3, Giants +3, Buffalo -13, and San Francisco -10. There you go. And this is all free. Just go out and pick up money. Think of me as your friendly ATM. Go bet these, and then win, and then thank me later. It's
all
okay.
right.
His website, Mortgage Schmortgage, where you too can.
No, I just have a system.
Okay.
If you have a down week, you take what you lost.
Yeah.
For this week,
right?
Double it, and
Yeah.
you're right back in the winnings.
There you go.
There you go.
How simple could it? I'm more simple.
You guys remember our friend Trashman Mike?
No.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, from Louisville. Fine
yeah, Trash Man Mike.
refuse throwing man. He has a suggestion for you, Tom. You suggested maybe a coffee stirrer that tells you if the coffee is too hot to sip.
Right.
He says, tell Tom to make a pot of coffee, and you pour that into an ice tray and freeze it. The next day, when your coffee is too hot, you take a couple coffee cubes. Put it in your cup. It won't dilute your fresh
There's
cup
no
of coffee.
way he's going to do that.
And it'll get it to a
Wait a
However,
minute. This sounds
there is-
complicated.
yes.
I like it.
The complicated angle, you like
Yes.
that? Yeah.
That's not a bad idea at all.
It's great. I used to go to this farmer's market in Chicago that did it. This is the best coffee.
Oh, very cool.
Really?
So good.
Can you make those round ice cubes?
You know what? I guess you could there, Dad.
Have you seen those?
Yeah, the big ones.
Chick owns
that-
some of those.
Yeah, I have some of those.
I think what you're talking about is impossible technology. I don't know how you would freeze anything round. That's why they call them ice cubes. Am I wrong on this? I mean,
Not ice orbs, you weirdo.
I stand corrected.
What are you from the future? How do they do that?
Let's see. Someone says take a thermometer and stir your coffee.
How about slow down and test the temperature of your coffee before you shove it down your hole? How about
make
that?
sure it's a new thermometer, Tom.
You know, you don't want the mercury to leach into the...
or for it to have been a rectal
thermometer in your coffee.
Is this a mocha? No.
No, it sure isn't.
Yeah, okay. Now, we have a couple things coming up in sports. That would include
Coming up in sports, that's right.
A couple of world records.
Gosh, it takes us back, doesn't it?
Super Bowl 3.
Brought to you by Johnson Steam Irons. That's right.
Have you
Hubbies, get your wife a Johnson Steam Iron and tell that cement head to straighten out your clothes.
Am I the only one in the room that's seen every Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You haven't, no? There you go.
How many times have you watched the Redskins win the Super Bowl on tape?
On tape?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Couple, under a dozen, I'd say. Somewhere around in there.
When you're in a certain mood, you just pop it in and...
Yeah, but it hasn't been a while. It's been a while, but yeah.
Haven't you digitized that by now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've got it here on my phone if you like
okay.
watch it with me.
Which one? What year?
What do you mean? 17, 22, 26. We don't talk about 18 that lost to the Raiders.
Okay.
That's the game that you lost all the money
that's
on.
very
You
funny.
had Washington, yeah.
That was at one of those Super Bowl parties where you buy
Yes,
the squares.
sure.
There was some side betting going on, I'm sure. It was
And you took the best offense in the NFL at that time.
Yeah.
And they'd beaten the Raiders earlier in the season. Well, I could talk about this all morning.
Well, good.
Or
we
it would
can't.
seem like
Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We want you to be at your best, and you want to be at your best. You'll do great things when you are. Sometimes life gets you bogged down. Overwhelming. That's the feeling that I have sometimes. I bet you do too. So this is why you might want to look into this, because BetterHelp is super convenient, secure, and accessible because it's done 100% online. BetterHelp has connected more than 3 million people with licensed therapists. So you get the benefits of in-person therapy, but once again, extra convenient and less expensive. So if you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. And once again, you'll be hooked up with a licensed therapist after filling out a brief questionnaire. And by the way, if you want to switch therapists, very easy, no additional charge. So if you'd like a more empowered life, therapy through BetterHelp may be there to help you. So check it out. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Visit them today at betterhelp.com/BT Show to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we have tractors in the news in an odd way, White Castle news in a great way, and the embezzler who was embezzling the money to go to a nudist camp. Well. We'll find out about that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This NFL season, every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. Listen in the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
We have time. Let's get a song out of Mr. Hay.
Yeah.
Colin Hay is our guest. What do you feel like playing, Colin?
Something I know.
Okay. Yes. Well, that'd be good.
I know most of my songs. This is an old song which I like. I'll just play it, eh?
All right.
How about that? I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep, and possibly their complications, especially at night. I worry over situations. I know we'll be all right. Perhaps it's just imagination. Day after day, it reappears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Ghosts appear and fade away. Alone between the sheets only brings exasperation. It's time to walk the streets. smell the desperation. At least there's pretty lights, and though there's little variation, it nullifies the night from overkill. Day after day reappears, night after night my heartbeat shows the fear and goes to appear and fade away. I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep, and possibly the complications, especially at night. I worry over situations that I know will be alright. It's just overkill. Day after day reappears. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear and goes to appear and fade away. Goes to appear and fade away. Goes to appear and fade away.
Wow. Colin, hey.
Small payoff. A $1.6 million Powerball ticket sold in Sacramento, California, expired last May. And that same month, a $1 million Powerball ticket sold in Michigan also expired. The official start date of the 2023 tax filing season will be January 23rd. That's when the IRS will start accepting and processing 2022 returns. The news comes after the National Taxpayer Advocate reported that the IRS watchdog is seeing, quote, a light at the end of the tunnel of the IRS customer service struggles, thanks to the hiring of thousands of new workers and tens of billions of dollars in new funding provided to the IRS in the new climate and health law. And that should create for you and me a smoother filing season this year. That's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
Does that thing come with an air pump?
I thought you said you had small pox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Oh, it's like a little light switch.
For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
I didn't know they could be innies.
Well, this explains your big car.
You don't want to say to a naked guy.
Wow, your boobs are bigger than mine.
Bob and Tom.
Together.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, chick.
Hey, buddy. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk celebrating Super Bowl III 54 years ago today.
And again, that
Miami Beach.
That was called the Super Bowl then? I'm still confused.
I don't know if we need to get caught up in that. I don't know what the technical date is where they started. Okay, it's the Super Bowl now. I can tell you on the introduction, on the TV presentation, it says the AFL NFL Championship game. And then I think Kurt Gowdy says Super Bowl. I get a little fuzzy. What's the date, Tom? Here, this is perfect music for you to look this up.
In 1967.
Well, you've all read and heard all kinds of pregame dope during the week.
Okay, go ahead.
Pre-game dope? Is that what
Pre-game
it's...
dope, yeah. Oh, they always did.
Packers and Chiefs, the first Super Bowl championship, 1967.
Was not called the Super Bowl. I know that for sure. Okay. It was AFL NFL championship game.
Okay, well, that's not what this says. We'll just move forward.
Well, look up on Google. So when they use Super Bowl for the first time, you open this can of worms. Let's find out.
Well, I can't.
But it says the first one, right from the get-go, they called it the Super Bowl. Is that what you're saying?
This says the first one was held January 15th, 1967.
Yeah, that's...
It was originally called the AFL NFL World Championship game.
Which is what Chick said.
No, but I wanted to know which one was called the Super Bowl first. And apparently it was in 67. What's the one you're playing?
This is number 3. I've been saying it all morning. Never mind. It's getting impossible to talk to you.
Okay, sorry. I was just trying to clarify.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the neutral site, Buffalo, Kansas City meet the AFC Championship game. They don't call that the Super Bowl. That's the AFC Championship game. We all know that. Lamar Jackson has announced he's not going to be playing for his team, the Baltimore Ravens, when they get together with the Bengals on Sunday night. He says he has suffered a grade 2 PCL sprain. He says there's still inflammation. I'd like some inflammation surrounding his knee, and his knee remains unstable. Lamar hasn't practiced since injuring his knee on December 4th in a win over Denver. And speaking of football, high school football coach placed on leave after he required athletes to perform nearly 400 push-ups.
What's wrong with that?
The Dallas
not annually, Josh.
400 push-ups in a row?
The Dallas Morning News reports that multiple Rockwall Heath players were hospitalized following this intense workout.
God.
Parents, said the students did more than 350 push-ups during a 60-minute time frame. A letter sent by Rockwall Heath principal Todd Bradford said head football coach John Harrell has been placed on administrative leave. The administrative leave. While a third party investigates the incident.
Was it a punishment? Was it a bet? What was, do we know the...
It was part of practice. That's all the extra.
So did he say drop and give me 400? Or you go, let's just see how many we can all do here.
I think they must have been doing 20 at a time or whatever and then running laps or something.
And many of them had to go to the hospital. From just doing push-ups. You know how many that would have?
How many 400 is? Let me bring it home.
That's so crazy.
It's like 400 times.
That's so crazy.
How many push-ups? Well, you have a bad arm.
They stopped doing them, and they didn't just go, okay, I'm going to start feeling better. They went, this isn't going away. Take me to the hospital.
Something about this is making Josh laugh very hard.
That's so severe.
Hey, more than one kid went to the hospital.
That is so...
Why wouldn't they just stop doing this?
I don't understand.
Because the coach told them to.
What are they... I mean, no.
But nobody in their right mind knows you can't do 400 push-ups.
Yeah, they're not robots.
Right. I don't even think a Navy SEAL could do 400
If you
push-ups.
yelled at somebody, give me 50 8 times, that's 400 push-ups.
Yeah, I assume there was some kind of break between. But do you think if you mic'd every high school coach, 90% of them would be canceled?
Yep. Yeah, and wrongly so. Yes.
Yeah. Chick, back in the day, remember you talked about the spirit stick? Your coach would hit you in the head with your helmet on?
It's about a 3 foot long square piece of wood.
He wouldn't just hit you out of in the head. You had to have said something.
No. Yeah, I was quite the smart ass.
Yeah.
As you can imagine. I would say things like, what did I have then? Oh, I throw him a your mom every now and then. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
The classics.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't the kids be too sore to play the game?
I know. That is.
There's something we're missing here.
You get in shape. We're going to be the best conditioned team in the league.
I feel like he may have gone, hey, you'll get something good if you do them. I don't think, because what kid wouldn't just stop?
Hang on. Other than me and Willie, has anyone ever participated in a football practice?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Sure.
You were on the football team.
Yeah, 11-0 sophomore year. Yeah, well, you can look it up. It's right there.
You were on the football team, Tom?
Say a word.
In junior high school, but I mean, we had practices. We did two-a-days in high school for other sports, but we didn't have to do 400 push-ups. Will they play for a coach they hate?
We weren't allowed to drink water. Our guy was so crazy.
Oh,
that's what this woman is saying. I'm looking into this.
That would be actionable now.
It says one mom did not want to be identified, said her son was forced to do 300 to 400 push-ups with no water breaks.
Yeah, this is an abuse of power.
They can't do that anymore.
This guy's a maniac.
Yeah, this guy needs to be fired.
They also had, we called them grass drills, where you had to jog in place and fall down and then jump up.
Oh, yeah.
And jog and fall down, hit the dirt, fall down, and then jump up, and then jog and then fall down.
Well,
over and over. And
with
over
your stuff on.
Nude, totally naked.
In spite of this, players are defending their coach. They said he wasn't trying to harm them. They were just teaching them discipline.
Yeah, but you got to give him water.
Well, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Right.
Were you always well behaved during practice, Pat? Yes, coach.
Yeah,
no, coach.
I was actually, because I was really focused on and obsessed by it. We had a thing called the gauntlet that we all feared, where you were tackled by the whole team. You had the ball, and every 5 yards, somebody else tackled you, and it was brutal.
Oh, not all at once, not the whole team at once.
But like the running backs and the flankers and the split ends and stuff. The receivers.
Flanker.
Remember that flanker term?
Gary Collins was the great flanker for the Cleveland Browns.
Kind of a running back.
You don't hear the word flanker.
No,
Gary
that
Collins
was the late 70s.
ended up on TV?
No.
Oh.
Gary Collins, the great.
Yes, Marion Mobley's.
Out of context, any coaching sounds brutal. That's the problem. These things were all meant to not only help you guys be better, but protect you as well.
Now, Chick, here we have the audio from the '67 Super Bowl.
Here, you start playing stuff. This will go much better. Yes, you go right ahead.
2nd down and 8. 1 minute to go in the first AFL-NFL championship, the Super Bowl. Donnie Anderson hit behind.
I was saying, when did they label it the Super Bowl, Tom? Maybe I wasn't clear.
67 is the answer.
Okay. You know what? You're right. Thank you, Tom, for setting me straight. I didn't think it was right from the get-go. All those tickets that had AFL, NFL championship game printed on them, and no mention of Super Bowl on the tickets at all. That's what was throwing me.
Do you know who had the idea? Lamar Hunt Jr. got the idea from the Super Bowl toy.
No, everybody knows that.
Out there at the time. Remember that thing?
Remember, they're still available. That's one of the perfect toys.
They still make the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh,
they're great.
Okay, good. Now, what's coming up in sports?
Other stuff.
It's very helpful. We have world records.
Maybe you could instill discipline in us by making us do some push-ups every morning. You don't have to do them. Coach never does them. You can make us do them. How about that?
I always loved the coach that would get down with you.
Oh, yeah.
Shower with you?
Yeah, man.
Did you have that guy?
Yeah. Wash your balls. That's a good coach right there.
Yeah. Leading men.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
When we come back, we also have we have porno in the news and White Castle news. It's good White Castle news, too. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Now, we have a request. Christy, do you feel like doing a little something over there?
Something like what?
Well, we have a request for Christy does a thing she does on occasion on stage with Henry Phillips. And
I see.
They are going to be working together.
Oh,
I don't know.
We were going to use that as the tease to get people to Wiley's on Saturday to see the big.
Well,
the big show.
The big
that'd be
duet.
nice, but there are a lot of people who can't make it.
Didn't we hear a new version of the? Wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you guys ever?
Yeah, we did get that.
Oh, cool.
We played that.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we? Can you do the original? Do you know?
That's the more politically correct version.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever guys tried this on the air here?
Have we? Yeah, I think we have. I don't know. Gosh, Henry, it's been so long since I've seen you, and I just thought that would be great to kind of maybe sit here and talk about some things like the weather. Have you noticed how hot it's gotten? Oh my God, and the humidity.
She's talking again.
I have some friends that have shown
really
up
bugging
at
me.
the
She's
beach
talking again.
wearing the most ungodly
It's
outfits.
so embarrassing. I look at my friend.
I don't know what women are thinking.
I think
these
she's
days.
psycho because she's talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and
that's great,
talking.
but at least make sure your surgeon gets your nipples in the right place, because I hate it when they skew left. God, what is that all about? You would think.
She's talking again. I need a cigarette.
Oh
She's talking again.
And there's the other
I
girl
wish
who
we
wore the
never met.
double
She's
midriff
talking
the other day.
again.
Oh, God, the scars she
She's like a
had.
TV set. She's talking and talking and talking. I'm gonna go insane.
That cellulite was something everybody
I'm in
has, so
horrific
why
pain.
would you even do that to yourself? And then
I think she's on cocaine.
Scars, your stomach looks like a battleground.
Maybe I
now.
need
It's
some
not
because she's
attractive.
talking and talking
Oh, my
and
God.
talking and
And
talking.
I'll tell you what, if she
I
wears
don't
that
care
bathing suit
about
one
a
more
word
time, I
you
am gonna
say.
have to-
You
I don't know.
already told that stupid
Strap her to
story
her room so
anyway.
she sees a
I'm
mirror.
gonna get a 38 and blow myself away because you're talking.
You look at yourself in the mirror and go, this is as good as I am ever going to look. Oh, my God. And to go out in public like that? What is she thinking? I was at a black tie event
She's
the other night.
talking
Henry,
again.
and the girl had
It's
on
really
this dress.
bugging me. She's talking again.
In a beautiful
It's so
tuxedo.
embarrassing.
She
I look
has
at
on
my
this
friends.
Unbelievably low
I think
cut
she's
dress.
psycho because she's talking and
Believe
talking
it. Here
and
we
talking.
are trying to raise money for a charity, and her breasts are hanging out.
She's talking again.
Oh my God, she's 55 years old. Come
She's
on,
talking
Amy.
again.
Press your age. What are you trying to prove?
She's talking
we all know
again.
that once you start drinking, you're going to hit on your husband's best friend, and that is not
She's
attractive.
talking again.
Yeah, right.
See what you miss when you're gone for just a couple of months, hon?
Wow.
Christy Lee, along with Henry Phillips. I heard something about nipples the wrong way
Have
and
you ever
breasts
seen
hanging out.
that?
Skewing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Sometimes they put them back, they're not exactly
Okay, thank you.
lined up.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Marty Feldman nipples.
Is that what they call it in the textbooks?
I
for the
think so.
plastic surgeon?
The Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals, and DeMar Hamlin was injured. Baltimore Ravens are still practicing without Lamar Jackson, and it's been announced that he will not play against the Bengals on Sunday night in their playoff game. Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Derek Carr posted on Twitter he's ready for a new challenge of playing in a new city. Those were his first public comments since being benched by coach Josh McDaniel with 2 weeks left in the season. Carr, the Raiders quarterback for 9 seasons. NBA winners last night in double overtime. Dallas beat the Lakers in Los Angeles, 119-115. Oklahoma City, Miami, Boston, Toronto, and Cleveland all winning. Top 25 college basketball winners. Number 7, UCLA. Number 8, Gonzaga. Number 9, Arizona. And NHL last night, a full slate. Seattle, Detroit, Winnipeg, Carolina, Montreal, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Calgary, Chicago, Ottawa, and Vegas all win. And the Rangers skate to an overtime victory, beating Dallas 2-1. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
Can you tell us about Hawaii?
I get very confused over there, and I'm always trying to read signs, you know, because all they have are vowels. You know, you read signs, and some signs, you know, they have an arrow that says E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, come on, you know, where is that going to go? And
Obviously, to a pineapple farm.
Yeah, what is that? And, you know, I'm always trying to, you know, and I'm trying to impress. I was with this girl, and I'm trying to impress her about how much I know about Hawaii. This is my second time there, you know, and I'm like, you know, I go, oh, now look here, this is the Ni-I-I-I-Pu'u lo o-o-ke-a-uti, and she said, that's lookout, you idiot. I guess I'm a little used to read these signs around here.
I see.
Fascinating. They have two airports on the island of Maui, and one is called like Hili Wili Puli, and then they call the other one Wili Wili Pali, and then I go to the wrong one, and I'm the idiot. You're supposed to be Hili Wili Puli, not Wili Wili Pali. They're going to be an hour and a half apart. They shouldn't sound exactly the same. Not Hili Wili Puli, Wili Wili Pali. You know, well, I have a theory, and I think everything in Hawaii was named by Mel Tillis in a hurry, is what happened. They just brought Mel over. Mel, what'd you call that? Okay, come on over here. Pie. Mel, what would you call that big, beautiful bird? Well, yeah, that's good. That's the I
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. Willie Griswold is here.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chickster. Speaking of the NFL, by the way, you've got your picks that you have made for this weekend, and this is always the big finale for the Chickster. With the shoe-in of the week, always big numbers. And you've made your picks. We've posted them. I'll remind you, the NFL season, every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. All the Sunday games, the night games, every postseason game. You can listen on the NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com via Westwood One station streams. Ask Miss Alexa, my dear, open Westwood One Sports. It's that simple. It's the NFL, and it's on Westwood One. Back to you, Chick.
Well, we leave the high school football field into, ladies and gentlemen, that's right, it's time for...
Stupid World Records.
A man from Czechoslovakia broke the Guinness World Record for most cans ripped with his teeth in 1 minute.
Oh, yikes.
If you see this guy, he looks exactly like you think he'd look. Looks like a 1950s era wrestler.
Oh, okay.
You know, this fire plug of a man. He's just picking up these cans and
yikes,
ripping them with his teeth.
Oh, man, that hurts just thinking about it.
Renee Richter tore open a total of 36 cans in 60 seconds to beat the previous record of 30.
That is impressive.
According to reports, the aluminium cans, were filled with water for the attempt. There you go.
The previous record, of course, held by a frat house.
Yeah.
Where they were. Do you have a tribute to the guy doing this? Sure.
He rips the can in half, 36 just for laughs. With his teeth, you've never seen this before. Chewing and bleeding, oh, he does it for Guinness, and he's always eating more. Oh, here he comes. Watch out, can he'll chew you up. Oh, here he comes. He's a cat eater. Oh, sing with me. Oh, here he comes. Oh, blood is trickling. What?
No, he did the classic Pat thing where he told us to sing with him. And then he sings a different line.
Here he comes part.
Sing with me.
Oh, here he comes.
You don't know the lyrics, but sing with me. Here we go.
Now, you don't know this next line. Sing it with me. Blood is trickling out his mouth.
Blood is trickling.
Oh, here he comes. He's a cat eater. There you go. All right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, this guy. I mean, he looked like I said. He looks just like a 50s era professional wrestler, that kind of big.
Well, that's how I would picture him.
No, well,
He's a can eater.
Him. Yeah, okay. Well, it's a world record.
You ever known a can eater, Christy?
No. No.
You're lost.
You would never do that, would you, Tom?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Little ATM?
Yes, he does.
Oh, you mean? Oh, of course. No. What do you mean the E. coli?
Oh, no. Come on. Light a candle. Get some baby wipes. Have a good time.
That's right.
That's too much information. Could we move forward?
Sounds lovely. At the risk of starting this again, I'm going to, because this is from the website, the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yes.
Oh, that's a well-renowned...
This is a quote.
Verified site.
I'm not saying, I think our disagreement is in parameters and how it was used.
Okay.
I have no argument that it probably was mumbled by some play-by-play guy in 1967. But the term Super Bowl, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica, said, the name, quote, the name Super Bowl first appeared in 1969, as did the use of Roman numerals, which, because the game is played in a different year from the season, it culminates, are used to designate individual games. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I have no doubt it was used in the first AFL-NFL championship game by some weird...
This says it was Lamar Hunt, his son.
He did come up with it, yes.
His son came up with it based on the Super Bowl.
And I thought it was his daughter, but okay.
Lamar Hunt Jr. It could be his daughter. It'd be rather unusual.
Yes, it would be.
No, Lamar Hunt is the name of the guy who owned the
Chiefs.
Texans that became the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
And did I talk to you about a check man ripping cans off, and we had a song from
Yeah, we did
about
do that.
can eater? I thought so.
Yes.
Stupid world record.
An octogenarian, how old's that, Willie?
Old?
Octogenarian.
Is that an old person?
Yes, it is.
What does octo suggest?
Octo
80, maybe. Oh,
80.
Yes.
Very good. He's in Canada, but of course he's slightly younger in Canada.
That's
Sure.
Yeah. Broke the Guinness World Record for being the oldest man to perform a headstand.
Oh, all right.
They got to be careful with his record.
How'd this happen?
That doesn't seem that hard to do.
It was a total accident.
Wait a minute.
I just fell.
Mr. Bruce, because he's from Canada. I think it's a federal author. His name has to be Bruce. Bruce Ives earned the title at the age of 82 and 43 days. He told CBC's Daybreak North, "Oh, good morning, eh?
Yeah.
Welcome to
I
Daybreak."
fell down the stairs and landed this way.
How are you, hey? He said, while he knows he cannot do handstands forever.
Is it a handstand or a headstand?
It's an accident.
Headstands would be easy.
Anybody could do a headstand.
Right.
Of course, this guy's balls are in his face.
I can't see.
Didn't he?
You tell me what you read, and I will not say anything. Go ahead. That was left-handed.
Here it is. It's Christy. It's a headstand, not a handstand.
What's the difference?
One's on your head, one's on your hand.
A handstand, your head is whatever, a foot off the ground. A headstand, your head.
Headstand.
Handstand.
Yep.
We got to, if not for us, can we at least get along for the audience?
Oh, my, please.
These petty little semantic arguments have to end.
We have so many.
This isn't
We
semantics.
have larger things to argue about.
Yeah, it is
Josh is still on the show. Let's cover that.
A headstand. This guy's on his head. Look at it.
I know, but he read what was written.
Is there a wall
in his
involved?
defense?
I am Ron Burgundy. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Tom, is he up against the wall?
No, he's doing it in his. It looks like in his backyard.
He's a yoga guy. Come on.
It's a mother law.
Anybody in this room can do it.
Whoops.
Hey, bent over to check the oil on the mower. Next thing I know,
How about
ass over tea kettle.
What in the Sam Hell?
I'm standing
This
on my head.
by the way, this is the best part. In the presence of two Mounties, he performed the world record.
What's this?
He was on his head for 25 seconds.
Another great. The Mounties came out to help.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing ever.
To certify it.
Can you imagine the state police coming to help you do a handstand? Yeah, we'll help you to do a handstand. Come here.
Bang, bang.
Headstand.
Come here, Pops.
And this is a headstand. No, he's not. He's not up on his hands. I couldn't any old folk do.
I would think it's not that difficult.
No, but can you?
What? Well, it's easier for a guy because
this way,
you have to balance on your forearms.
Yeah,
right,
yes.
Why is it easier for a guy?
Yeah, why
because
is it
your
easier for a
scrotum
guy?
counterbalances.
Jesus.
Okay, so in your past, not only is your schlong gigantic, your balls are also as big as all
At his age.
Are they big or saggy is what he's going
Both.
for?
They start hanging down, and then one of them's bigger than the other.
I want to see what the world record for a woman doing a headstand would be.
Look up the saggiest balls, will you?
I'm not going to look up that.
Okay, sure. Is that sports?
Now that's a world record.
There should be a record of that, Josh. That should be
I bet there is.
Is that sports?
Yes.
Hey, Rocky, this is what you farted for.
Largest testicles.
Are you
There he
looking
is.
that up?
Look at him. Help!
That's not hard. God.
Somebody get me down!
I'm stuck on the clothesline. His face is getting awful red.
Well, he's upside down. That's going to happen to anybody.
Well, here comes the diarrhea.
Oh, God.
Yeah, gravity and diarrhea.
Oh, there he goes. Oh.
According to this, the woman that holds the record is only 75.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, wait, no, 71.
Oh, look at that old guy. Oh, no, that's Pat.
Look at me.
Could you do a headstand right now?
Who?
Any of you?
No.
I'd have to be against the wall and at an angle.
I'd have to have a team of men, much like they wash the elephants at the zoo, come in with winches. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then slowly back away for me to stand on my head.
Yeah, okay. Well, congratulations, sir.
Yeah, boy, that's quite a feat.
Coming up, we have tractor news. We have an interesting question. How often should you change your bed sheets?
Every week, like anybody does.
Well, we can go around the horn and find out.
You don't change your sheets every week.
The largest testicles of any animal species is the right whale. It's 11,000 pounds.
I'd give my right whale to see a picture of those nuts.
11,000 pounds.
You don't go to the fair every year to see the world's largest balls on a pig.
Of course he does.
Of course.
Those are really something, aren't they?
Size of a football.
Yeah.
Usually
And they're
covered in those wood chips.
And the guy's laying there.
Skin tagged
like
to hell.
itchy.
The pig's laying there, and there's a fan on him.
Oh,
and
yeah,
wood
he's
chips,
miserable.
And the testicles are right there.
Speaking of
Little
animals,
bounce
coming up
quarters
next
off
week, we've been contacted by the person whose yaks escaped.
Oh, good.
really?
Finally.
And that we are going to be trying yak meat.
Do they sell theirs for yak
Well,
meat?
that'll teach them.
They do not sell theirs for yak meat.
Oh, okay.
Wesley Warren, 49, spent more than 4 years with his extra burden before having surgery to repair the damage from a rare medical condition called scrotal lymphedema. Doctors placed the swollen mass that
How big were
cut
they?
from Warren's scrotum on the scale. It weighed 132 pounds.
Oh, is this the guy that carries his balls in a wheelbarrow?
That is rough.
Yeah.
He looks like well, first of all, he looks very happy about the entire situation. But it looks like he's sitting behind a beanbag.
It looks like he's hiding. It looks like he's hiding like a teenager down
Poor
there.
man.
He's okay.
Isn't that a relatively simple surgery? Lop it off?
Well,
and don't you get the surgery at the first sign of an extra thing?
Well, I tell you, they're 80 pounds, but they get to 85. I'm going to have them cut off. I don't know about you. And they ended up being 132 pounds. And now this guy runs Texaco. Did you know that?
No. Fascinating. How often do you change your sheets, Willie?
It's bad. Like a couple months, maybe.
Couple months?
Yeah, well, this you're fitting right in with the results of their survey. We'll find out about that. Also, really nice White Castle news on the way.
All right.
And we got a little bit of news from Steven Singer Jewelers as of this morning. They have released the new rose. Now, what am I talking about? Well, Steven Singer is famous for his gold-dipped roses. You don't have to water them, and they last forever. They're calling it Peri, P-E-R-I, Steven Singer's newest addition to the 24-karat gold-dipped rose family. Peri, of course, stands for periwinkle, a real long-stemmed American beauty rose dipped and trimmed in pure 24-karat gold with purple-blue petals. The new color is indigo, which is the perfect blend of violet and blue.
It's really pretty. I saw it yesterday online. It was gorgeous.
Which is what
Sparkly.
they also say when they dip the roses. Indigo.
Very helpful. Steven Singer Jewelers, you'll find him at IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer's roses, once again, they're dipped in 24-karat gold, and you can get yours and get on it right now for Valentine's Day, fellas. You think these are going to be super expensive? They start at just $59. They come with the free lifetime guarantee, the beautiful box, and a special note from you. If you're having trouble writing the note, they'll write it for you. Free shipping. Steven Singer Jewelers, and of course famous for earrings.
Am I
and other
remembering?
delights.
Wasn't there a TV show where a guy had to put up with his testicles were giant, and he had to wear hoodies upside down to put the hood over?
We did the story.
That was a news story.
Yeah, we did that story.
And the guy was on a bus.
In Las Vegas, wasn't it? Yeah.
He was wearing a hoodie upside down.
Yeah, okay.
And I would like to apologize to Steven Singer. We're trying to talk about something beautiful, a gold-dipped rose, not a testicle in a hoodie. Are you drunk? What is happening? Where was I? You know something? Don't tell Steven Singer that we said anything today.
Yeah.
IHateStevenSinger.com. Steven Singer. Great guarantees, free shipping. Check it out online at IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up, we have news about the James Webb Space Telescope. I'm always excited about this. And would you volunteer to go to the cops drunk to be tested?
Sure, why not?
Well, they got a lot of volunteers. We'll find out how. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, thanks a lot for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. You know, you can see the Bob and Tom Show right there on our YouTube channel anytime. Even right now, of course, they're in a commercial break. But coming out of the break, just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. Next thing you know, you'll be watching the show as it happens. It could become something you just can't get away from. We have lots of fans that love to watch the show and be entertained while watching on our YouTube channel. It's a radio show you can listen to, and yet it's on our YouTube channel and you can watch. Cameras in studio. Jeff Oskey switching back and forth between the... this is how it works. There's Ace Cosby telling a joke of the day, and there's Chick McGee's reaction. That's what the YouTube channel is all about. Just go to YouTube, search the Bob and Tom Show. And again, thanks so much for watching the show. And for those of you that want to continue listening, keep it here all morning long. Got some great comedians coming up. Robert Hines, Brian Posehn, and Jeff Oskey, all right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Sad news in the world of entertainment. Lisa Marie Presley, the only child of Elvis and a singer-songwriter dedicated to her father's legacy, died last night after being hospitalized for a medical emergency. She was 54. Her death was confirmed by her mother, Priscilla, who called her daughter the most passionate, strong, and loving woman I have ever known. Lisa Marie, the only child of Elvis and Priscilla, shared her father's brooding charisma, followed him professionally, working on her own rock albums, and was married 4 times, including to Michael Jackson and Nicolas Cage. She had 4 children. The disco musical about former Philippines First Lady Imelda Marcos that was written by David Byrne and Fatboy Slim is making a comeback. Here Lies Love will open on Broadway this summer. It had previously run off Broadway back in 2013. What does Marcos have to do with disco, you ask? Thank you for asking. Turns out she loved dancing and would regularly hit discos back in the 70s. The Broadway Theater in New York will be transformed into a dance club. If you're in the audience, you'll stand the whole time and get to move with the actors. And Joni Mitchell calls getting the Gershwin Prize for Popular Song, quote, a very prestigious award. The Library of Congress will present Mitchell with that award during a tribute concert in her honor March 1st in Washington. The lineup will be announced in the coming weeks. That concert will air on PBS stations starting March 31st. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, this is exciting. Thank you very much for being here. You're on the Albert Brooks Show. And what is it you do for a living?
I do radio, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You do radio?
Yes.
That's incredible. So that's exciting. All right, we'll be right back. Come on! You do radio. This is a television show. Nobody cares. Help me out. You go back to your table. You have a life. My career's in the toilet. And then big smiles. Welcome back. We were kidding off the air. She's a killer, this one. So you were telling me before that you do radio.
Yes.
That's exciting. What do you do actually in radio?
I do news.
You do news?
Yes.
Really?
I'm a news reader.
You are a news
Yes.
reader. I didn't know. That's
Yes.
great. We'll be right back. Come on! You read the news.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's Dan Greeter. Dan,
Good morning.
Dan, how are you?
Good.
Dan, first off,
Nice. Yes.
you're from Cleveland, but you went to school
At Ohio State.
How'd that go?
Columbus. I loved it there. I'm a big football fan. I love college football. You know, we should have a college football team. I was in Boston a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was turning around. I went down to Cambridge. I was walking the Harvard campus there, pretending. And,
Sure.
and it dawned on me, Harvard, they didn't put anybody good in football, do they, Harvard, huh? Ivy League, bunch of wimps. That Big Ten, Pac-10's big business. You got the football program. People may take a class or two.
Right.
As at Harvard, you get the school football game might break out on the weekend. I think if Harvard ever played like Ohio State in football, the play-by-play be something like, and Harvard's quarterback is dropped behind the line again for loss of 40. Harvard's man there, of course, is Chad Elmhurst. Chad is an academic All-American at Harvard, majored in physics with a minor in mathematics. And Bob, they tell me he's actually graduating a year early. And he's not going anywhere right now because he was flattened by Big Moose McCauley. Moose is a sixth-year redshirt freshman, majoring in scuba diving. And Bob, there's a nice shot in the stands of his wife and 5 kids. Yeah. He drives a Lexus.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are 2 of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Are you a single guy?
I used to be married, but I'm divorced now. Yeah, my marriage wasn't working out. I was driving down the road one day, and my wife ripped the rear view mirror out of the windshield and beat me in the head with it.
What?
You'd have thought nobody had ever made love to her sister. But I'm fine. She was just as bad. She used to brag, I can count the number of men I've been to bed with on one hand, and then she'd do it, too. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, it looks stupid.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Wait a second now. I want to continue this argument now.
I know. It's the best thing we do. It saps Willie's strength. Hi, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Hey, Josh.
Chick.
Hey, Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Hi, Willie.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Well, I'm trying to find something that Chick asked me to find.
I think it's Barron Hilton who owned the Los Angeles Chargers, and he was the head guy at Diners Club. And
so Chargers are for charging,
Chargers with
but they have an electrical bolt on their helmet.
Now it's electrical bolt.
Well, like I said, it looks stupid if they had a charge card on the side of their helmet.
Wait a minute. You know something? The way things are going these days, I'm surprised isn't the Los Angeles MasterCards.
Yeah.
The Diners Club, is that still out there?
No, I don't think so.
Wasn't that the first kind of
Telly
major credit card?
Savalas, didn't he do those commercials?
He did the Players Club.
Oh, Players Club.
Hey, if you go into Vegas, baby.
Who loves you, baby?
Yeah, the Diners Club, the Players Club.
I don't remember the Diners Club.
Not a blue movie with Danny Kaye. Can you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Shannon and Ball Run. And this is some other news. Well, the NFL playoffs start this weekend. Here's what you can expect. The first game kicks off Saturday with the Seattle Seahawks playing the San Francisco 49ers. That starts at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, which means your local grocery store will be out of Fritos, Cheetos, Tostitos, and Doritos by 3 o'clock. And my old lady will be in the bedroom watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta by 4:31. Or some show that sounds like that. The 49ers home field is Levi Stadium, so be sure and keep an eye out for them to run their favorite pass play, the 501 button hook.
Silly.
Need to pick me up during the game day? Well, do like I do. Shotgun 6 Red Bulls and follow it up with a 12-hour energy shot chaser. Jacksonville and L.A. Chargers, that's just a fact. It wasn't Jacksonville and the L.A. Chargers hook up in the second game on Saturday. Jacksonville is favored to win. Kids born in the last decade think the L.A. Chargers got their name from Tesla and electric cars. For a fun game day snack for your friends and family, try soaking your Chex Mix in Bacardi 151 and light that bitch on fire.
That was a good idea.
The Jaguars have a young quarterback named Trevor Lawrence, who is very good despite the fact his name makes him sound like a Shakespearean actor. He calls his own plays. I've heard his favorite is Macbeth. Out, damn spot, putt. Kids won't leave you alone while you're watching the game? No. Just do like my old man used to do. Give them a 5 spot to go play in traffic. Hey, the early game on Sunday is Miami versus the Buffalo Bills. Miami will be glad to play in the early game so they can lose, get back home, and head to the beach with the family.
I guess you're picking the Bills.
Yes. And finally, 45-year-old Tom Brady in Tampa Bay is a slight underdog in their game with the Dallas Cowboys in Monday night's game. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers is a slight favorite to win at the weekly Monday night bingo game at the Green Bay Moose Lodge.
Oh, very nice.
Not in the playoffs, you
Dig
see.
there. Hey, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Shannon Ball Run. And this has been Some Other News. Bye.
I don't get the Macbeth.
Out, damn spot.
It's a Macbeth reference. His favorite play is Macbeth. It's got a Shakespearean name.
Yes.
So Chick asked me to try to find the story.
Oh, there is Diners Club, by the way. I looked it up. But
Still?
Diners Club is actually a MasterCard now, but it still has Diners Club International on it.
Yeah, I think there was a Danny Kaye movie called The Man from the Diners Club.
Oh, really?
So anyways, Chick asked me to find this news story about the guy who was on a bus in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And he had the giant testicles and he kept them in a hoodie.
Boy.
And he was trying to get surgery or something.
Well, he didn't. I mean, that was the only way the only clothes he could wear was an upside down hoodie.
Yeah, those function over fashion.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I was trying to find that story, and I don't know why this one popped up. Kung Fu Master uses his male member to pull a helicopter. Now think about this. A Kung Fu Master dragged 7 cars with his penis. He has become a new world record holder.
Wait a minute.
By towing a helicopter even further with his manhood. Several hundred people, as well as official adjudicators, watched as Mr. Yi Hong Wei,
I'll say,
who goes by the stage name Yi Wei, towed the heavy military helicopter with a rope tied around his genitals.
The stage name. So he'll do this for performance. Wow.
He's towed 7 Audis weighing 12.6 tons using his manhood.
All right.
Dragging the vehicles for a total of 26 feet.
I'd be interested in how the tow rope is attached.
Yes.
That's what I'd be interested in.
Like a piercing, maybe, or
Oh God, I would hope not.
I don't think that can't be possible, right?
I mean, you would think that would give.
I found the story about the Vegas guy.
Okay, go ahead.
Wesley Warren Jr., an American who attracted worldwide attention for his problems with scrotal elephantitis, caused his scrotum to weigh 132.5 pounds. And he launched a campaign, remember, to raise money to have the surgery. He was able to raise $2,000, but one of the surgeons at the University of California, Irvine, he did it for free.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. His condition was filmed. There was a documentary. Sadly, Mr. Warren is not with us anymore.
Oh.
He passed away a few years after that due to some complications from diabetes. But,
I would have left that part out.
well,
it's good to know where he is.
yeah, I mean. But yes, so I showed Chick the picture of him walking around with this
Okay, well,
hoodie on.
I still can't find that one. This one is kind of uplifting.
Okay.
Have you heard of Scrotox?
Oh, yeah, that's where you get Botox in your scrotum to get the wrinkles out.
This is real.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
This is plastic surgeons say men are getting their scrotal areas injected with Botox.
Oh, yeah.
The operation claims to ease sweating, lessen the appearance of wrinkles, and makes the scrotum appear larger by helping the muscles relax. Guess what this cost you, Josh?
What?
5,000.
3,600, Christy.
Oh,
you're too
over.
high.
That's a nice hit. That's a nice tip.
What woman has ever said to a man, "No, I'm sorry, you're too wrinkly down there"?
Maybe like a dry cleaner or something.
I'm thinking. You think guys are getting this done for the women in their lives?
No, they're getting it done for themselves.
Wow, that is really unnecessary.
Yeah, sure is.
You must have a lot of confidence in your face if you're moving on to the scrotum.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Wow. Well, let's move forward here.
They're wrinkly. They're wrinkly when you're born, aren't they? There's always.
They're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Are they?
Probably
every ball sack looks like Bautista's head.
They're all supposed to be wrinkly?
There's probably a reason for that. It's probably some kind of more surface area for cooling or something.
Something. There's got to be a reason.
In evolution.
Isn't it also more of a squeezing pouch or something? So
I don't know.
What? I don't think they're all wrinkly, are they?
They're not all wrinkly all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. The cremaster muscle, that's the muscle that tightens and loosens the sack.
Who does he play for?
Cremaster muscle?
Well, Warren Cromartie. That's who you're thinking of.
Sorry.
That was a baseball.
Now, Pat, I understand that you and Willie have been working on a song.
Yeah, Willie wrote this. Willie wrote this song. And I think it's fun. And I'm going to play the part of Pat Godwin, and Willie is going to sing a background with me.
All right.
You ready?
Let's do it.
It's about this weekend.
Got that guitar?
Hold on. There we go. Okay, here. I always heard that his act was on par. He's got potential. He could go far. Oskay was busy, so I called up Tom's kid. And I'll never do shows with Willie again. Oh, it started with shows in an Ohio town. His backpack had Bud Lights and a bottle of Crown. He lit up a joint, got a tonic and gin. Oh, I'll never do shows with Willie again. I'll never do shows with Willie again. He's done 30 minutes. I told him do 10. He brought me on stage as Pat Godman. I'll never do shows with Willie again. Oh, I got my old guitar fresh out of hock. Willie wanted to play it and broke the headstock. So I'm singing the pube song with the owner's mandolin. I'll never do shows with Willie again. I'll never do shows with Willie again. He's high with the sound guy and now they're best friends. This dude missed my sound cue and left me stranded. So I'm singing First Date a cappella again. Oskay was busy. Here we go again. This weekend I'm with Willie in Waterford, Michigan.
Yes, sir. Willie G and Patty G this weekend, tonight and tomorrow at One Night Stands in Waterford, Michigan for some great live stand-up comedy.
Boy, they make nice crystal.
I'm still trying to find that story, Christy.
What story?
About the scrotum the chick wanted to see. I did find this one.
I already showed it to him.
I already saw it.
I don't know that chick insisted on
And I did the story.
This is a different one. Tyrone Boyd, 25, has scrotal lymphedema. His scrotum is the...
Wasn't that a Tone Loc song? Scrotal lymphedema.
It swelled from the size of a mango to the size of a watermelon.
Wow. Yeah, you'd think mango, you go, okay. I wonder how quickly that happens. Within a week?
Keep Gallagher away from this guy. I don't know. Like Chick said before, it looks like a beanbag chair. Yikes. Well, that's just one of those things. Aren't you glad you don't have to deal with that?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen. What have you got at the news desk, Christy?
Well, if you're scrambling for Valentine's Day dinner ideas, you might be in luck. Assuming your date is a fan of sliders and fries.
Yes.
White Castle bringing back its Valentine's Day dinner experience in 2023 after a 2-year pause.
All right.
Participating locations will transform their dining rooms into a fine dining establishment, complete with hostess seating, tableside service, and decorations for the holiday.
Fun.
Have you done this before?
I haven't.
Somebody I know has done this before. I
think it's fun.
Well, I guess my lunch is all taken care of. I want White Castle now.
Oh, I do too. Yeah.
You know, my mother worked at White Castle for 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did she like make it up like to manager and stuff?
Like night manager or whatever.
Yeah. Sweet.
Did she do everything? Did she cook?
Sure, she did it all.
Did she get a pin or anything for all those years?
I think she probably got a couple pins. I think they're around somewhere. I think.
30 years is 1 year for every slider in a Crave case. They should have given her like a gold Crave case.
That's exactly right.
And they didn't. I think she was in the hospital is why they couldn't do anything for her retirement.
What was she doing in the hospital? Passing away?
Jeez.
That is exactly right.
Oh, okay.
This was supposed to
Can
be
I
a
explain
happy,
how the show
fun
works?
story.
Can we go back to the guy that has the watermelon-sized testicles?
No.
If you want to, why? What do you have? What else do you have to say about
Now
it?
what?
That was.
I keep trying to find the one that you found, Christy, and I can't find it.
His name is Wayne Warren or something.
Okay. Wow. Well,
Do you want to see the picture of the guy? I had it up for Chick.
No. That's okay. What's coming up?
Wesley Warren Jr. is his name. If you'd like to put that into your
Wesley
search
Warren
engine.
Jr.
By the way, I was mistaken about the San Diego Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers, San Diego Chargers, now Los Angeles Chargers again. It was not Diners Club. It was Carte Blanche.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, nice.
The Hilton Boys.
I love that word, though, that phrase.
Carte Blanche?
Carte
Yeah.
Blanche. Carte Blanche.
Yeah.
Carte Blanche.
Okay, I don't know why these other stories keep popping up as I'm searching for that story, Christy.
You want me to teach you how search engines work?
Yeah,
I
you
can tell
want
you
us
why
to-
they keep popping up. You put in a word.
Now, remember we had the...
Super Bowl.
This is a classic story.
Oh, my God. He's still talking.
Remember the beer made of horse semen?
Yeah. Why would
From
that come
Australia?
up?
Because this is we had the beer that was made from a brewer's beard hair.
Oh.
This new one is made from the quote vaginal lactic acid of, I'm quoting here, hot underwear models.
Hot underwear models.
It's from a brewery called the Order of Yanni.
They're all tens. We promise you.
That's a Sanskrit word for the female genitalia. They're referring to it as vagina beer.
Okay. Get right to it.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, Schlitz was already taken. Schlitz, I mean, sorry.
And so was Bush.
And so was Slits, now that you mention it.
Okay. Well, down the snatch. Let's move forward here. Coming up, we have a meat suitcase.
Ew.
And we have a general who's in big trouble in the U.S. of A. We'll find out about that coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Here we go. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Yeah. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5er, car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Couple of frat guys from Abilene drove out all night to see Robert Earl Keen at the K-Pig Swine and Soiree dance. They wore baseball caps and khaki pants. They wanted cigs, so to save some money, they got one off a hippie that smelled kind of funny. Next thing they knew, they were both really hungry and pretty thirsty too. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5er, car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. They found a store with the sign said their beer was coldest. They sent in Brad because he looked the oldest. He got a case of beer and a candy bar. Walked over to where all them registers are, laid his fake ID on the countertop. Clerk looked, he turned, he looked back up, he stopped. He said, "Kid, I'm not gonna call the cops, but I'm gonna have to keep this card." The guys both took it pretty hard. Sing it if you know it, even in your car. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5er, car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Met this other old hippie named Sleepy John. He said he was the guy from the Robert Earl Keen song, so they gave him their cash. He bought him some brews. It was a beautiful day out in Santa Cruz. They were feeling so good, should have been a crime. Crowd was cool and the band was prime. They made it back up front to their seats just in time to sing with all their friends. The road goes on forever and the party never ends. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All you need is a 10 and a 5-er, a car key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. Yeah.
Oh,
hello.
There it is.
Wow. Could access user data such as browsing history and location. U.S. Armed Forces also have prohibited the app on military devices. The U.S. has now collected 510 reports of unidentified flying objects, many of which are flying in sensitive military airspace. That's according to a declassified intelligence report summary released Thursday. While there's no evidence of extraterrestrials, they still pose a threat. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence says that's because the events continue to occur in restricted or sensitive airspace, highlighting possible concerns for flight safety or spying. The classified version of the report addresses how many of those objects were found near locations where nuclear power plants operate or nuclear weapons are stored. And that's a look at things you may have missed on this Friday. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You said when you ate the edibles, what happened, Chick?
I spent the rest of the day laying in my bed staring at my hand. It was very relaxing.
What did your hand tell you?
I didn't say anything.
I just
looking at it.
You didn't get bored?
No. Although I did. I kept listening to music, and I kept thinking, where did I get the version of this? I've never heard this one before. This thing's like 9 minutes long. It was just regular music.
It just seemed like 9 minutes.
It just seemed like
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Has this ever happened to you?
Scalpel, clamp, knife.
Ow! Hey! What the? Ah!
Waking up during an operation can be both traumatic and painful. Did you know that you have a choice when it comes to choosing an anesthesia? Introducing Ed Padural's Anesthesia City! Anesthesia City!
Hey! Eddie Perdural here. When you need to get gooned on the goofy juice, it really helps to shop around. And there's no better time than now, as we're getting giddy at Anesthesia City. It's our once-a-year Malaise Days.
Malaise Days!
Bring in your Zoo Book coupon, and we'll knock off an additional 50% on scratch and dent ethers, pentathols, and nitrous.
Anesthesia City!
And oh yeah, free balloons for the kids. Hey, if they're real young, make sure they don't suck on any of that balloon air, if you know what I'm saying.
Anesthesia City! Open every day, 10 until 10. 9.
Hey, I'm Ed Padural saying, so, what's it going to take for me to put you in a coma today?
Bob and Tom 24/7. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee is over there at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick.
In the performance room, and we have a special presentation coming up from over there.
In a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. A little special guest action coming up. We're going to be speaking with a couple of comedians later in the show. Comedian Robert Hines will be joining us, and comedian Brian Posehn will be joining us. But right now, if you look at the big screen, you can see it's our own Jeff Oskey.
Hey.
All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hi, Jeffy.
Everybody's in a good mood today. So I'm excited for the bit. For those of you who don't know, we give you a lot of the news each week, but we don't give you all the news. So I come in on Friday and give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskey with what you failed to mention news. Pew, 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 pew.
Earlier this week, Christy did a story about a man who crashed his car into the Japan's oldest toilet.
Yeah.
What you failed to mention, when this guy wrecks a toilet, he really wrecks a toilet. Tuesday, I did a little midweek edition, and I tried to joke. It didn't quite work, so I'm here. I tried a Friends joke with a Frasier reference. Did not go over it at all. So we're trying it again. Let's see how it does. All right? Okay. Everybody on board? Let's do it. There's a new Friends coffee creamer out as a homage to the coffee shop from the popular 90s TV show Friends. What you failed to mention, the company decided to give it a shot after seeing the success of the Sex and the City IUD.
No, we're laughing.
I'll take way better than the Frasier.
Yeah.
So we learned some of the top passion killers in the bedroom, such as baby talk and checking in on one's phone during coitus. Well, you failed to mention, here are some other passion killers in the bedroom.
Okay.
Her cat using your sack as a speed bag.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Dolls or stuffed animals on the bed. You're an adult, lady. I don't need Annabelle's unapproving eyes watching me while I'm trying to put in work. Pictures on the walls of her kids and her husband. When a woman ties you up, then robs you. That's a passion killer. A surprise rim job from the new puppy. Accidentally calling her by her sister's name. Oh. And finally, accidentally calling her by your sister's name. Horrible passion killer in the bedroom. We also, earlier we talked about some benefits of being single. What you failed to mention, there's no one there to count your empties. A gentleman started a bean club for bean lovers to get together and share beans and bean-related interests with each other. What you failed to mention, pass, yeah, been there, done that. And finally, we had a listener write in earlier with some Tom's phrases on air, most popular. Earlier this week, I did some of his most famous phrases off air.
Correct.
But there were a few that I failed to mention. Oh. So here are Tom's phrases off air that I failed to mention earlier this week. I went ahead and sent Godwin home.
I said that a lot.
$10 says he messes us up. And he's not talking about God.
No.
If you've ever been out to lunch with him and he's spoken with a server, you're down to hear this. You know who you look like. Jimmy Spencer.
Yep.
And she's like, who's Jimmy Spencer? Here's another one. Not sure where we lost Chick today.
Yep. I can tell you today. Oh, never mind.
I told you. Did I not tell you? Here's another one. Where is Mike Mark? Yeah. That's another popular one. Let's see here. Well, it's a crap news day.
Yeah.
And here's another one. I know I always say this, but today is really a crap news day. And finally, the number one thing Tom says off air, what crawled up chick's ass today? I'm Jeff Oskey, and this has been the news that we failed to mention.
Failed to mention news. Jeff Oskey.
Thank you very much, Jeff. And Jeff Oskey, if I'm not mistaken, has a gig coming up tomorrow evening in Mahomet, Illinois.
Oh.
There you go. And then once again, Willie and Patty G and Willie G are at Waterford, Michigan's One Night Stands tonight and tomorrow. We now return to the news desk with Christy Lee. Have we missed anything?
Well, Jeff brought up things in the bedroom. Experts are saying people aren't changing their sheets often enough.
Really?
A recent survey found single women clean their bedding every 2 weeks, while couples said they change their sheets every 3 weeks. Single men, however, said they do not wash their bed sheets for up to 4 months at a time.
I've done that. For sure I've done that.
God, I can't even imagine.
What the hell? I've gone a year. Are you kidding me?
Are you serious?
Yeah, when I was 19 and I didn't care about anything.
Dr. Lindsay Browning says that's really not a good plan, Willie. She explained that sweat, dead skin cells, and allergens get into the sheets, making them not only smell disgusting, but also become quite clogged up.
Well, she's being kind about some of the things that get clogged up in the sheets. I think she's trying to be delicate.
She said we need airflow to feel cool when sleeping, which then helps us get better sleep. Buildup on sheets also attracts mites, which can cause discomfort and skin rashes. She advises folks should change their sheets once a week, every 2 weeks at the most.
Josh, you're...
Every Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Sunday ritual. I wash my sheets.
Chick?
Oh, my lady does it, thankfully. Every Monday, I think. Or whatever day, Monday or Tuesday.
Ace?
Every weekend.
Okay. Well, this,
every Thursday, yeah.
Really?
How about you, Tom?
No idea.
Oh, you're not in charge of cleaning the sheets?
I'm not in charge of that.
I bet it gets done
I
at
make
least
the bed
once a
often.
week.
I don't.
I'm sure you have somebody that does it. Yes.
They're very clean.
Yeah.
My sheet don't stink. I'll tell you what.
Very nice. Very nice.
I can remember there was a time, though. I mean, it was something you do once a semester.
Oh, God.
Just toss them and go get some new ones.
Did you ever have black sheets?
I did.
You think that shows a lot of drool.
That's disgusting.
I famously had black
Other
sheets.
things.
And Willie, still in his garage, has the subject of this story. He had to make a paper mache shark.
Oh, yeah.
That shark is in your garage.
4th grade.
So Willie and I were making the paper mache shark, and then he ended up falling asleep.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked with paper mache?
Yeah.
I mean, there's just goop everywhere.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm working on this thing. It was a Saturday night. I was watching Saturday Night Live making the paper mache shark. And finally, at like 4 in the morning, I said, I got to go to bed. And I climbed in bed with my black sheets and by myself. And I hadn't really noticed it, but the bed looked like there'd been an orgy.
Oh, man.
There was stuff everywhere. So
yeah,
that was rather awkward to explain to the
cleaning woman
lady that helped me at the time, Dee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very...
So what'd you get? What grade you get on that shark?
I don't know what you did.
We did good, but those damn Farley twins still beat us. Man, they had a great
Yeah,
one.
they had one that looked like it was from SeaWorld.
Cool.
Yeah, ours was a little more primitive. But yeah, the white sheets, it looked like there'd just been a fountain of seed spread all over the bed.
Hey, we'll be right back.
Yeah, we sure will.
Be right back. Okay.
That isn't me.
He felt he had to explain it again.
It's all paper mache. Now, when we come back, we have, I believe we're going to have a special guest in the studio, comedian Robert Hines. Also coming up, Brian Posehn will be our guest. And we will have news from the world of farming and the world of astronomy coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I'm Donnie Baker, and I'm going to be a pro baseball player. I swear to God I am. A lot of people think you get in your mid-30s and your career's over, but like I always say, until they stop scouting, I ain't going to stop playing. The fact remains, I'm probably the best player I know of. My Little League coach held me back because his son had a decent curveball. There's a certain range I've got, but I basically put my hopes in this. I had a full-ride scholarship to play ball at the University of Phoenix, but I had Tommy John surgery on both knees, so I don't... Can we stop now? I'm also a pitcher. I can pitch. I've got what they call a rubber arm. I can throw right-handed for days. I can throw left-handed for days. A lot of people, you know, I'm basically amphibious. So I've told coaches before, put me on the mound. The secret to pitching for me is I like to check the runner when there's nobody on base. Throws a hitter off. I swear to God it does. This is third base. I've been there before, but usually it was after proms, man. But I probably know more about the scoring position than anybody I know of. Basically, my knowledge of the game, I've been taught in different ways, but I've also invented things. I like to get my lead at third base backwards. That way the pitcher thinks there's nobody even here. It's a lot easier to steal home, and with my martial arts expertise, I've been trained at Discount Karate to scissor kick the catcher, and I could even break his karate artery if I had to. So there's no chance of a Pete Rose situation at home. I'll win it every time, especially if I got my Wolf shirt on.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, the Bob and Tom store is always open, never closes. All you got to do is stop by, order some Bob and Tom merchandise, and next thing you know, they bring it right to your door. Got a nice email from a guy named Luke. He got a Bob and Tom trucker hat as a gift. He also got an opportunity to tour the White House while it was decorated for the Christmas season, and he rocked his Bob and Tom hat on the tour. Sent us a couple of photos there in front of the White House wearing his Bob and Tom show hat. Thank you, Luke. That's what I'm looking for. Way to support the show and show your love for the Bob and Tom show, taking it right to the White House. So that's something you can do when you get your Bob and Tom show hat. Go out and tour the White House or somewhere else in America, maybe Mount Rushmore, or maybe a picture of you in front of, I don't know, San Antonio, Texas at the Alamo. I don't know. We got lots of places to go in this country where you can wear your Bob and Tom show hat. Just go to bobandtomstore.com. By the way, the hat adjustable, fits any size head, including Luke, who took the Bob and Tom show hat all the way to the White House. Pretty cool, and you can do that too. bobandtomstore.com. Have some fun, do some shopping, and my gosh, treat yourself. Enjoy this Friday right here all morning long. It's the Bob and Tom Show on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. A massive storm system whipping up severe winds and spawning tornadoes cut a path across the U.S. South, killing at least 7 in Georgia and Alabama, where a twister damaged buildings and tossed cars in the streets of historic downtown Selma. As of last night, tens of thousands of customers were without power across the 2 states. If you're thinking of lighting up the Mini Mart for a shot at a $1.35 billion Mega Millions jackpot, you might first dig into your coat pocket or your car's glove box and make sure you don't already have a winning ticket from an earlier drawing. As we line up to get our Mega Millions tickets, lottery officials throughout the country say every year players miss out on millions of dollars in prizes they either don't realize they've won or decline to cash in because they feel it's just not worth the small payoff. A $1.6 million Powerball ticket sold in Sacramento, California, expired last May. And that same month, a $1 million Powerball ticket sold in Michigan also expired. The official start date of the 2023 tax filing season will be January 23rd. That's when the IRS will start accepting and processing 2022 returns. The news comes after the National Taxpayer Advocate reported that the IRS watchdog is seeing, quote, a light at the end of the tunnel of the IRS customer service struggles, thanks to the hiring of thousands of new workers and tens of billions of dollars in new funding provided to the IRS in the new climate and health law. And that should create for you and me a smoother filing season this year. That's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
She's the love of your life, and you want to make her feel special on Valentine's Day. Gentlemen, if you're looking for a romantic gift this Valentine's Day, then Frigamall Florist has the gift for you. It's our I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. Yes, for just $59.95, you can send her the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet. The I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet proclaims your lust for her in the most romantic way possible. The bouquet of lovely fresh flowers says, let's do it, and my loins ache. Your wedding vows didn't include a vow of chastity, but you're not going to see any action unless you act now. So pick up the phone and order the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I send you some flowers bouquet right now. That's the I know I'm not going to get any for a month unless I order it.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick.
And Dean Metcalf.
Hi, Chick.
And the performance room. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Ace is a Bengal fan this week. Wearing the Bengal hat. Yep. Very nice. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
The Chicks are picking the Bengals in your famous shoeing of the week picks.
I like Cincinnati very much.
And they're giving away 9 points.
9.
A lot of points.
9 to win by 15.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, coming up, we're going to be visiting with comedians Brian Posehn and Robert Hines. Brian, by the way, is the guy behind the comedy special called Posehna Non Grata.
Love it. Love it.
He's going to be at Louisville's Comedy Club in Louisville, Kentucky, coming up tonight and tomorrow. We'll look forward to talking to him. Right now, there appears to be some kind of activity in Pat's room back there. Pat Godwin and Willie G getting ready to go to Michigan for their appearance at One Night Stands in Waterford, Michigan tonight and tomorrow. What's going on in there, Pat?
Well, we have that Valentine's Day at White Castle is back.
Oh, yeah.
So that, of course, inspired this. Valentine's at White Castle is back again. Onion breath kisses from your cheapskate boyfriend. Romance and sliders, fluorescent lights and your man. How you'll treasure those memories of Valentine's on the can. I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, I love you. Each one of you in the room, I love you. A little slide whistle. Here we go. A little bit.
Isn't this where they do the bad poetry?
Shut up!
Nice.
Excellent.
A tribute. A nice tribute to the Moody Blues. Dino on the guitar. Pat, those are really nice, hitting those notes. Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice. When the organ comes in, it just kills me. Thank you very much. Once again, White Castle is bringing back the Valentine's Day dinners.
After a 2-year hiatus due
That'd
to the
be a cool
COVID
thing.
pandemic.
Maybe have a really nice gift to go with the White Castle, though.
Of course. Yeah.
You hand her some jewelry or some nice roses.
Who needs jewelry when White Castle has the chicken ring?
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, they sure do.
Yeah.
You know, our staff cook, Jess Hooker, she married someone at White Castle.
Married?
I mean, she officiated.
She officiated. She
at
didn't
a
marry.
marriage.
Oh, but really, she was part of the. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did they close it down for the occasion, or were there regular customers there?
I'm not sure.
That's cool.
I don't know if they actually closed anything down. And I know it was decorated. It was very
Now,
nice.
do you have to have reservations to go to the White Castle?
I don't know. Probably. I would think.
It would only make sense.
On
to have
Valentine's Day, yeah, I bet you have to have reservations.
Okay, well, we'll do some homework. We got a little time.
Remember the 10-cent refills White Castle used to have?
I don't.
Before free refills, you paid 10 cents to get a refill. It was awesome.
Fine deal.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. We have...
Didn't mean to slam on the brakes.
No, we thought there was going to be a joke there.
No. Just sometimes we talk.
So
not everything's a bit.
Wait a minute. I don't understand. So if you wanted to refill at White Castle,
yeah,
you had to give them a dime.
Yeah.
No free refills.
For a while.
Oh, huh.
Yeah.
I paid 10 cents to go to the bathroom before.
What?
Oh, yeah, you used to
Remember
have to
pay
pay.
bathrooms?
Yeah.
They had pay bathrooms in France. That
Europe, all
sucks.
over Europe there.
Yes.
That's why everybody goes on the floor in France.
Right.
They still have paid bathrooms. Sometimes I go to the mall and I'll pay women to let me watch them go to the bathroom.
There you go. Nothing. You know what? Nothing wrong with that.
It's an observation. It's not a joke.
Right. We're just talking.
Yeah, Christy, can we get back to the news desk?
There's a new study out there that's found a negative link. Boy, this had to have been some brainiacs. Between the use of pornography and the stability of romantic relationships. Researchers recruited a sample of 3,750 U.S. adults who were currently in a committed relationship. Scientists found individuals who reported using pornography more frequently tended to have less stable relationships.
Well, that makes sense. Their girlfriend's not as hot as a porn star.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Findings were published in the Journal of Sex Research.
More forearm strength.
Once again, ladies, be hotter. If you want a more secure relationship.
It's our fault. Yeah.
Now, Pat, we're going to work you hard today because I know you got to work tonight. A couple of shows in Waterford, Michigan with Willie G at One Night Stands, then 2 more tomorrow.
Gonna work you real.
You got another song?
Yeah. It's about the porn thing.
Okay.
We just started dating. Things are moving pretty fast. She's trying wild things in the bedroom. Must have a kinky past. I wonder where she learned this stuff. Wish I was forewarned. Must have had a boyfriend that watched too much porn. Too much porn. Too much porn. Leave my butt alone, or you may find last night's corn.
Oh, come on.
Back it off a notch. Back it off a notch.
Get the whistle out.
Back it off a notch. Take that ring thing off my crotch. This girl's been watching too much porn. A young kid from St. Louis once had a dream to make it big in showbiz and be part of a radio team. Maybe meet a girl and not be so forlorn. But Josh is watching too much porn. Too much porn.
Too much porn.
Oh, too much porn.
Way too much porn.
Oh, yanking it and spanking it till the early morn. Go on a date, Josh. Your laptop can wait. Oh, Joshy watches too much. The pastor watches too much. Your mother watches too much porn.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much, Pat.
Very nice.
Nice.
It was really fun. Other than the corn part.
Yeah.
Really, really fun.
Yeah. Very rough.
It sure was.
Coming up, comedian Robert Hines, comedian Brian Posehn, who, by the way, is a big heavy metal guy. Huge heavy metal fan.
Yeah, loves the metal. Loves horror films.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, you guys could be best buddies.
Oh, man, I'd love to. I've never met him. I'd love
Really?
to. Yeah.
Oh, he's
yeah.
been here.
He's been in here a long
Yeah.
No, not when I've been here.
Oh.
Josh, that's why. Well, that we've had to tell him Josh isn't here and he'll come in.
Oh, okay.
I heard he's just not a fan of you.
Yeah.
He's checked your stuff
that's
out.
shame.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Really
many things we can talk
easygoing,
about.
lovely guy, except where you're concerned.
Oh, wow. Isn't it? It's always interesting to find out who.
Right? Who really hates you?
Yeah.
Huh. I get that a lot from various people. Yeah.
Nobody hates you, Chick.
Now that's funny.
Now, Chris, do you get concerned if someone in a bedroom situation seems to be a little too well versed,
knowledgeable,
a little too well versed in some of the more exotic aspects of human sexuality?
Not run across that in my travels.
No, not at all.
Well, Josh, I mean, obviously you've seen everything, and
yeah,
nothing's going to surprise you.
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you're bringing in a goat? Why not?
Saw that movie.
Has anything shocked you?
The fact that a woman will sleep with me. that still shocks me.
Yeah. Every time you're like, how is this going on right now?
That's not nice. Of course they want to sleep with you.
Did you ever say to yourself while watching one of these graphic film clips, have you ever said to yourself, wow, that is really disgusting. I wonder what it feels like.
No, but I have, if it's too disgusting, I don't want to know what it feels. But yeah, there have been times where I went, oh, all right, well, that ruined this.
All right. Coming up, we have interesting news from the James Webb Telescope. We have tractors in the news today. We never got to our pink-footed goose story.
I have that right here, baby.
Man, I remember when I was a kid. That's all I wanted. Was
a pink-footed goose?
Nope, a toy tractor. One of those toy tractors, man, with the 3 wheels. Remember those, Tom?
Sure.
Yeah.
The kind you can sit in and drive.
Yeah, like it was. They had the little metal cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the one little wheel in the front,
one in the front,
2 in the back.
You didn't have one?
I didn't. They didn't give me one.
We had one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, and you guys were poorer than we were.
Well, it was at my grandpa's house.
Oh,
he had it. He would
had
go down the hill in it. Oh, it was awesome.
Into traffic.
That's right.
Lived on a very busy street, Grandma.
Take the tractor down the hill. Beep, beep, beep,
we're going to talk. We're going to talk with the aforementioned Brian Posehn, the man behind Posehna Non Grata, which is available now. We're going to talk to him in a matter of moments. We'll look forward to that, certainly. Right now, I want to remind you that number one out there in the world of home security is SimpliSafe. Read the reviews, thousands of them.
Yep.
SimpliSafe wins all the awards for a good reason. Tell me more, Chick.
SimpliSafe is the home security system we recommend to everybody. It's the design it yourself, do it yourself home security system. Make your resolution to start the new year with greater peace of mind and safety for you and your family at your compound. The best home security of 2022 by U.S. News and World Report for the 3rd year in a row. And in that emergency, 24/7 professional monitoring agents use Fast Protect technology only from SimpliSafe to capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real so you get faster police dispatch. SimpliSafe whole home security with advanced sensors for every room, window, and door. HD security cameras inside and out. Smarter ways to detect motion that alert you only when a threat is real. Top-rated SimpliSafe app, too. For your smartphone, you can stay in complete control and contact with your home right there on your smartphone with the SimpliSafe app. Anytime, anywhere. Arm or disarm, unlock for a guest, maybe a delivery, access your cameras, adjust system settings. Who's that standing on my porch? Check in with your phone and the SimpliSafe app, all for less than $1 a day. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at SimpliSafeTom.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's SimpliSafeTom.com. Remember, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, comedians Robert Hines and Brian Posehn. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Don't. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, you got the Bob and Tom Show app on your phone? You know someone who might like that Bob and Tom Show app? Well, you should let them know that it's free and available in the iTunes or Google Play Store. Once they download the Bob and Tom Show app, what can they do?
Well, they can listen to their local radio station. Tune in to us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. You know, we are the Bob and Tom 24-hour comedy station. We laugh all the time. You can even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Imagine that. Chick McGee, the first voice you hear in the morning as she tells you all about the sports updates. That's right. You can wake up with the Bob and Tom Show through the Bob and Tom Show app. We think of everything. You can even contact us directly via text or email with just one click when you have that app. And you can listen to the free Bob and Tom podcast. That's right. The Bob and Tom Show app. Download it today. Did I mention that it's free, free, free? It is. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. NFL playoffs start this weekend at Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Will be the neutral site if Buffalo and Kansas City meet in the AFC Championship game. The NFL decided to put that potential matchup in a neutral city, of course, after the Monday night game, the Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals, and Damar Hamlin was injured. Baltimore Ravens are still practicing without Lamar Jackson, and it's been announced that he will not play against the Bengals on Sunday night in their playoff game. Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Derek Carr posted on Twitter he's ready for a new challenge of playing in a new city. Those were his first public comments since being benched by coach Josh McDaniel with 2 weeks left in the season. Carr, the Raiders quarterback for 9 seasons. NBA winners last night in double overtime. Dallas beat the Lakers in Los Angeles 119-115. Oklahoma City, Miami, Boston, Toronto, and Cleveland all winning. Top 25 college basketball winners. Number 7, UCLA. Number 8, Gonzaga. Number 9, Arizona. And NHL last night, a full slate. Seattle, Detroit, Winnipeg, Carolina, Montreal, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Calgary, Chicago, Ottawa, and Vegas all win. And the Rangers skate to an overtime victory, beating Dallas 2-1. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian John Campanera.
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. Chipper Jones takes one on the outside. 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey! Check out the kid in the sombrero.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Time now for Flash Traffic with the fastest man in the world, 9-time Olympic gold medalist Carl Lewis.
And now we go to our Flash Traffic reporter, Carl Lewis, with traffic on the west side.
Hey, Bob and Tom. I'm on the west side, and traffic looks great. Now I'm going to run over to the far east side and take a look at traffic conditions over there. Okay, I'm on the east side now. Everything looks smooth over here. Want me to check the north side?
Sure, Carl.
All right, here we go. Oh, guys, traffic is running off fine up here up north. Anything else you need?
Listen, Carl, could you check south side traffic? I know it's a long way. You could also pick up an iced tea for me, venti green iced tea at Starbucks on your way, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's a little step, but I'll get there. Oh, my goodness, that was kind of a detour, but here, 2 Splendid just like you like it.
Thank you very much, Carl. Carl, could you come back to the studio to sign some photos for us?
Oh, okay, I can do that. Sure thing, Tom. Oh, made it. All right, give me a pen.
This has been Flash Traffic with Carl Lewis.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
How's your son? Oh, he's great.
How old is your son now?
Yeah, he's a little 4-year-old. He actually he loves Thomas the Train. Have you ever heard of Thomas the Tank
Oh,
Engine?
sure.
And they have different names, Donald, Toby. And one day he's got them spread out in the restaurant, and the waitress comes over. She goes, "That's Thomas, the tank engine. Is Thomas your favorite?" Justin goes, "No, I like Percy. Percy's one of the trains." But unfortunately, he can't pronounce his R's yet. Imagine my horror. The whole restaurant hears my son go, "I like Percy." I'm like, who doesn't? Daddy does too. Well, the guys who sit behind us do. That's my favorite. That's why you're here.
Yeah, and Joey from Philly, he likes in the car.
And Sue, where's your old lady?
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
What?
Christy Lee at the news desk.
Okay.
There's Pat Godwin. He's in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold. Hello.
Hi, Josh. Hi.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hi.
I'm Chick McGee. And Tom Griswold, we have a special guest.
Got a couple of them. In the studio,
Oh,
we are
holy heck.
joined by Robert Hines, a comedian with a brand new kidney.
Yep.
And then we are joined.
All right.
We are joined via the big screen. We are looking at Brian Posehn.
Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Are you in Louisville already, Brian?
Yeah, show last night. Yep.
Okay, and your beard is looking really good, and we're getting a big chunk of it in the screen.
It's the beard cam. Yeah.
It's great. No, hey, Brian, I just love the name of your 1 hour special. How do you pronounce it? Posehn non grata?
Posehn non grata. Yeah, I guarantee that the special is have a funny name. As far as the jokes on the special,
I'm sure it's very funny.
Everyone can be a winner.
Hey, Brian, happy Friday the 13th to you. I know you're a fellow horror fan.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have a favorite in the series?
2 or 3 for sure of the originals, and I'm actually a fan of the Derek Mears reboot. So I know it's pretty rare, but I actually like the new Jason that they did, but 10 years ago.
Yeah,
now,
it's not bad.
As a horror movie fan, have you written one?
Yeah, but not produced yet. But that is a thing I'd like to do before I'm done doing things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can you stand up just a little bit? I want to see. Is that an Iron Maiden T-shirt?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I may be able to pass along information you're not aware of.
Oh, no.
No.
Did you know that you can get an Iron Maiden set of stamps in the UK right now?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, they just issued these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just real
There's a
cool.
series of 5 of them. They're really
pretty
cool.
merged up. They're like the British Kiss.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
They really have given their logo to everybody at some point.
No,
you
but
can probably get it. You can probably get an Iron Maiden coffin, like you can get a Kiss coffin.
But now, Christy, am I correct in saying these are actual legit stamps that can be used for the postal service?
In the UK.
Oh, I'm
correct.
sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. They are the series of, they've had the Stones, Queen,
Right,
Beatles.
Okay, but in the States, don't you have to be dead to be in a stamp? Did we determine this?
We did determine that unless you're an acting or were a president. And there was a time when they changed that law, then they changed it back, and now it's up for grabs.
With today's politics, they could never put any presidents on there anymore, I'm sure. No one would want to lick it. No. Brian, we should point out the fact that you are calling us. Are you in a hotel room, I'm guessing?
Sure.
No, he's staying at a bus station. What do you
Nondescript background. He could be at an art
I'm
gallery.
in a fan's home.
No, I'm at a mid-range hotel.
Been to plenty of those.
Brian will be on stage at the Louisville Comedy Club this evening, and again tomorrow evening. And what is new in your life? Anything interesting? Family life going well?
Yeah, I have a grown man in my house.
Oh yeah.
It happened over COVID. He was 10 at the beginning, and now he's 13. And I didn't know what to do at the beginning of COVID. Like, I kind of panicked because I'm such an old road comic. I just would do 5 shows for my family every weekend. 2-drink minimum. I'd let my dog sit up front. And, strict no heckling policy. Anytime I talk about my genitals, my son would go inappropriate.
Now, is your son, does he share your interest in heavy metal music and horror movies?
For now, like I don't yet have the dad that doesn't think I'm cool. Like he still thinks I'm cool, but I see the window closing.
Yeah. The window will be closing with the vision of vaping smoke.
Yeah, he'll be 15 or 16 and just go, not funny anymore, Dad. And I'm like, oh, but what about this? Ha ha. And then he'll shut his door.
Is he tall? Is he tall like you are?
He's already taller than my wife. Yeah, my wife's 5'2". He passed her last year. And he's just getting taller and lankier. And he's got, we let him cuss too, which I won't do, but just hearing this loud, and he also has like my voice. He has a deep voice. So you just hear things coming out of his room while he's playing video games. Like, oh man. And it's like, who's that monster in there?
Brian Posehn is our guest, distinguished comedian. Brian, when you started in stand-up, were you advised that perhaps your name was a little awkward, and did they want you to become like Brian Parker or something?
No, but now that you say it, yeah.
Great business idea.
I mean, Parker non grata doesn't really have the...
yeah. No, nobody ever talked to me about the name. I just had weird advice, like, don't talk about your dead dad and stuff like that.
Did you hear that, Josh?
That was the thing I actually did, where people are like, hey, people don't want to hear that. I'm like, well, it's true, And then there was always I had an agent when I first moved to LA go, hey, you can't be a comedian, actor, and a writer. And I go, why not? He goes, well, I won't know what to send you out on. I'm like, well, then you're the wrong guy.
Yeah.
I see. Once again, Brian Posehn is on stage tonight and tomorrow in Louisville at the Louisville Comedy Club. And for those of you that don't recognize the voice, you probably remember him perhaps from maybe the TV.
Mr. Show.
Big Bang Theory.
The Devil's
Big Bang Theory is a big one.
Yeah.
For older people know me from Big Bang a lot that watch it every day. So.
Yeah, you show up as the love interest briefly. Is that correct? I'm trying to remember the scene. Yeah.
Or Kibler, the geologist.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, are you in fact a science nerd in real life?
No. I'm nerdy about Star Wars.
Okay. All right.
So science fiction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, can we ask the horror movie you say that you have penned that has not been produced? Can we ask about the nature of it? Is there a monster in it? Is it a?
Yeah. Well, I actually, one of the ones I currently am published in, Heavy Metal Magazine's back.
Awesome.
So we did. My book just ended, and then what they'll do at the end of that is they'll take, like in heavy metal, they would have the story told in 6 different issues, 20 pages, and then it winds up, being a 120-page story or whatever it is. But that will be in a hardcover, and it's called The Axe. It's about it's basically Evil Dead 2 with my heavy metal influences thrown in there. So it's about a guitar that takes people to a different, like a Clive Barker type weird hellscape.
I'm in. I'm 100%.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Well, Brian, have some great shows this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
And,
always good to see you guys.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you back in the studio the next time you're close by. And good luck with your son. Sounds like a good kid.
He'll be on the road with me sooner than later. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for all you do, Brian. Big fans.
Thanks, you guys.
We turn to the gentleman in the room. I mentioned earlier.
There are a lot of gentlemen in this room.
Well, I only think one. I think it's the one. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Comedian Robert Hines has joined us, and he is on the Save Toby Jones tour. We'll talk about that in just a second. But first off, I was asking you if you had gone to dialysis this week, and you said you don't have to do it anymore because you got a new kidney.
Done. I was on lockdown 6 weeks before the rest of the country. And when they put me in the surgery, when they was wheeling me in, I was like, when I come back, I'm going to pee on the world. I was excited. You don't go from 0 to pee in like 3 seconds. It takes a little while for the kidney to wake up and to start working. And then even then, your bladder been like, what's going on? Why is all this urine in me? And it's like not... And they had to do me like a keg of beer. They stuck this thing in me to make me go the first time, and then they took it out, and I didn't go again. And I had to rush back to the hospital. They, did the thing again with the keg, like what do they call it? When
tapping a keg?
Yeah, when they put the thing inside of you to make you pee.
The catheter?
Catheter?
Catheter, yeah. And it was like a beer keg the first time I had like a liter of urine. I was like, ooh, the kidney's working, but the rest of it isn't yet. And then eventually they figured it out, and now I'm prepared nationally to pee.
I enjoy peeing very much, especially outside.
However, Tom and I also enjoy a catheter. We've talked about that many times.
Is there a way to truly enjoy the catheter?
Yeah. I mean, the insertion is uncomfortable, and the extraction equally uncomfortable.
But the convenience level.
Well, I'll tell you this, I had like a bag on my leg for a while, and it just didn't have to do anything. It just came out. But here's the thing. Going in was rough, but coming out wasn't so bad. I'm like, okay, that was over quick, and it didn't feel like I thought it was going to feel going in.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like they wasn't listening to me. I'm like, listen, I don't think y'all hear me. I got to pee now, and ain't nothing happening. Oh, you'll be fine. You're only supposed to pee a teaspoon. I'm like, no. This is going to be an issue.
Stand back, honey. This is going to get serious. So how long were you on the kidney list?
11 years. People do not, especially black people, are not. I'm not giving you none of my organs. You mess around and just let me die for somebody popular. You know what I mean? So we do not donate. So it took 11 years for me to get one. So now I'm peeing at a 28-year-old level.
Oh,
that's
how about
great.
that?
Wow.
Remember those days? You pee over a swing set. Remember that?
I used to love that.
In the bathroom, taking steps away from the urinal to
See how far I can get away from the urinal.
Yeah. Now I got to lean against the wall, prop up a couple things.
Hope for gravity to help just to
start thinking about Niagara Falls. Come on, baby.
I try to go real high like a punter getting hang time when he goes for it,
I know you do, boy. I know you do.
So, once again, we're talking to comedian Robert Hines, who has been the very fortunate recipient of a new kidney.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In addition to that, the whole point of the Save Toby Jones tour was, one, my health is getting better. But in addition to that, I finally own that Toby Jones song. All that time, I didn't own it at all.
Oh.
And I copywrote it, and I own it, and we're going to save Toby Jones and bring him back. And
okay. And do you want to give the background of this? This involves the NBA, and it's very complicated. Am I correct?
It started with these guys, Big Doggy Child. It was a group of them, and then they got smaller, and it just became the Castro Brothers. They came up with the character, and then after a while, once we started doing it, I started adding more stuff to it. But they didn't really want to give me credit for that. They just saw me as an actor. Then I copywrote the song because they weren't trying to help at all. They weren't trying to make it was like they thought capitalism worked differently for me than for them, and they didn't want me to do anything with it. So I noticed that they didn't copyright the song. I copywrote it, and now I'm coming back to save Toby Jones. I'm getting healthier. I'm trying to do better about life. I'm trying to not be poor any longer.
There you go.
For those who don't know, what is the song?
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Better come down here and get some of this beep.
Once again, that's
pre-beat. Yes, sir.
That's Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Yeah, went viral online. And
yeah. Very, very, very funny. That would be a weird place, wouldn't it?
It would be. And I am going. We got a T-shirt now, but I'm developing a grill. And in the morning time, you can barbecue, and at night, you can rub your lady's feet with a cream.
With a cream.
Wow.
All right.
Let the grill cool down before you apply it to her feet. We're speaking with comedian Robert Hines, a.k.a. The man behind the Toby Jones character, and the Save Toby Jones tour is up and running. We'll get talking about that. Do you have a big scar where they put the kidney in?
It was a very small scar, and I'm very proud of it. Because I feel like it looks sexy. I'll show it to y'all when we ain't on camera.
Okay.
I could show it now. It doesn't matter to me.
That's all right. It's okay. Tom got word of that.
They didn't really want to see it.
It's okay, Tom.
I mean, toward the end, pre new kidney, did you urinate in the normal way at all?
I had a very rare kidney disease, and at the beginning of the disease, as it started to take over, I could pee just a little bit. But over time, on being on dialysis over 11 years, I didn't pee a drop.
Wow. Did you miss it?
I did miss it because I had to sit on that machine for 4 hours. Like when I would.
Oh no, I meant like going in and like seeing a cigarette butt in the toilet and shooting it around.
I did miss. So like I like to flush the toilet so you don't hear me peeing, and I like to pee down in that little void that you make.
Oh yeah. That's the vortex.
This way you don't make a mess on the seat. You can aim, bam, right there, and boop, and you don't gotta wipe nothing.
So when you got it back, it had to be kind of a.
It was interesting because, sometimes I would pee in two directions. Like, hey, this is new.
Oh, yeah, I do that all the time. Then I'll educate you in this. What you want to do is...
What kind of stream is that, Tom?
What you want to do, it's bifurcated.
Yes. There it is.
Yeah, the heavier stream, that one goes in the toilet. The lighter one goes wherever it goes. That's just for cleanup purposes. You're welcome. As an experienced bifurcated urinator.
Yeah, I know. I've seen
right
that.
now, I want
I've
Christy...
seen the remnants in the bathroom.
You want to give me the teaser, Christy?
Well, coming up, we have an attorney who was embezzling from her clients to fund some pretty amazing trips to Africa, nudist camps, all kinds of
those trips
things.
cost money.
Sure.
How come the word I like the word nudist colony?
Yeah.
The only time you ever hear the word colony usually is leper colony and nudist colony.
And Swiss colony.
An ant and bees.
Ant colony.
There you go. Very good. We'll find out about this naked lawyer coming up right now. I want to do a little quiz. Chick McGee, your sleep number bed has a setting. Your sleep number setting is what? 100.
I like a firm mattress, Tom. You know that about me.
But you could change that at the touch of a button and turn that firm mattress into a softer mattress like Christy Lee, whose sleep number setting is
40.
It's like sleeping on a big marshmallow.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's your choice. It's like having 40 beds in one. Sleeping has a positive impact on your overall health, of course, and your mental well-being. So let's make sleep a big goal this 2023. Resolve to get your bedroom sleep ready by clearing the clutter, removing electronics that give off stimulating light, and just relaxing. I'm getting tired talking about this. I'm getting sleepy. I love my sleep number bed. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask Josh, what's your sleep number setting?
65.
Okay, so it's sort of right in the middle.
That's right.
This doesn't really help my argument here, does it now?
I think it does.
No, it fits right
That's what
in.
my body requires.
The three of us could all sleep in the same bed and have different...
Okay, well, let's go off on topic. Choose proven quality sleep from our friends at Sleep Number. Your best day every day comes from having a great night's sleep. Quality sleep means a great day. So, during Sleep Number's special sale right now, you'll find the lowest prices of the season on the famous Sleep Number 360 Queen C2 Smart Bed, just $899. That's a $200 savings right now. Only at Sleep Number stores or at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming back with Toby Jones, Robert Hines, and interesting things in the news, including, would you volunteer to be a drunk for the police? Sure you would. We'll find out about that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Oh, my goodness, that's right. You two are brothers in arms.
Is Ace a member of the Army?
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, Ace, I didn't know you were in the Army.
How many kiss shows you been to, Ace?
Around 300.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Oh, I just like them. I'm not nuts. Oh, my good Lord, Ace.
That's too many.
Oh, that's too many.
They're friends.
Even Peter Chris said that's too many. I'm out. Even the Catman said, give me a break. Where am I? All right, good.
I'll tell you something off air now.
Oh, okay.
Have you been to more Kiss shows than members of the band?
I was sitting with Paul Stanley one time, and he goes, You've been at more Kiss shows than the Ace when Bruce was in the band.
Yeah, than the Ace, yeah.
Wow, Ace Frehley, that's amazing.
Paul Stanley and I had the same sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
You were in the Kiss Army when you were a kid?
I was. Well, listen, I'm AWOL. You know that. I couldn't hack it. I was willing to rock and roll all night. I was not willing to party every day.
Gotcha.
So I'm AWOL right now. There's a 57-year-old man, just like a kitty cat, roaming the streets looking for me. I hear him calling. Can't come home right now. Come on, Ace knows that's Beth. If anybody in the house is going to enjoy that joke, it's Ace.
I love that.
I'm going to do a Psycho Circus reference in a minute into one guy's amusement.
Okay. Not there.
You don't think I'm going to bring up Carnival of Souls and have Ace enjoy my humor? Look at Ace! I finally found a guy you can make my stupid Kiss jokes with.
Aren't you?
These are crazy nights.
They sure are.
Aren't you like me? Every Veterans Day, you call Jimmy, wish him a happy Veterans Day.
I appreciate that call. I put my flag out there.
That's right.
I put my.
So you're now in the Kiss Army Reserve.
I am. Yeah, I only go in when necessary, which is not very often these days.
Do they still have the indoor football team?
No, the team, like a lot of teams that year, went belly up. But they were horrible. They were the LA Kiss, for a horrible name.
Yeah.
They were a horrible team.
Well, I want you to watch Tom's face on this, okay? You know, Tom, that Jimmy was a season ticket holder of the LA Kiss.
Wow. I'm the only one that really loved arena football. I went to a bunch of games.
My son Oliver and I really enjoyed it. But after a while, when your team always loses, you can't even have fun. There's a shout out loud again. Oh, they played deuce. Oh, they mixed it up, son. It's horrible.
It was an interesting TV show. Remember that?
The TV show was great.
Yeah.
TV show was great.
I didn't see the TV show.
It was a really good reality show. They did not. The editing was not as fake as other reality shows. It was pretty.
Even Gene and Paul admitted the team was bad.
Well, they had to. There was documented evidence of it.
I believe that's called scoreboard.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's not subjective. Like, Dynasty's a bad album. No, it's not, Demon. You're right, Star Child. What does Space Ace think? Let's ask the cat. Don't forget the Yonk. He wrote some of the songs.
Now, did you know that the famous Kiss comic book?
Yeah, blood.
There was actually blood in the ink.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they said.
Well, there's photographs of them pricking their fingers.
They show them adding the blood to the ink.
Okay.
I have an original pressing.
You do?
Absolutely. So does Ace.
You still have that?
Yeah.
Now, is your young son interested in Kiss?
Boy, did I try. I took him to 2 concerts. He went to see Kiss twice. Once at 5. Turns out that's too young. And that was dumb. Boy, you want to feel like white trash. Bring your 5-year-old to a concert. Holy smokes. That was. And then get recognized. Are you to be part of it? I am not. No, I don't know who would bring their son to this show. That's an infant. Nobody should bring an infant to a show. Man, that was dumb. Then I took him again at 5.5. I thought that was enough time.
6 months is a long time.
6 months is a long time for a child, isn't it, chick?
Yeah, you mature quickly at that age.
Yeah, one was indoor, one was outdoor. I said, so let's see how the environment settles. Maybe that's what the problem was the first time. He fell asleep during the encore the second time. How do you do that at a rock and roll concert? That's how bored he was. But son, that guy's spitting fire. Pass.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Oh, he was so sweet. It was our first date, and he went all out. He bought me dinner, he got me drunk, and then I got bald.
Oh, did you ever? It was perfect.
Britney Spears recently shocked the world with her latest fashion statement. A completely shaved head. Now, to commemorate Britney's new look, Bob and Tom Labs is proud to introduce their new perfume, Bald.
B-A-L-D. Bald.
A fragrance for today's unraveling woman. She's kooky, she's crazy, and she's getting bald.
Tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, and she'll definitely be getting bald.
What woman wouldn't love to get bald?
My wife and I are celebrating our 30th anniversary soon. I thought she'd be thrilled when I told her she was gonna get bald, but she just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Okay, almost everybody wants to get bald. Be sure to get some today. Just look for the slick box, and you'll know you're getting bald.
B-A-L-D. Bald.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chip.
Lord, I'm down.
Josh Arnold is here.
He's got the blues so bad.
This really isn't very up-tempo, is it?
No.
This is your car is just broken down on the side of a hot highway. You got to get out and walk.
Again.
Yeah.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom Griswold. We have a guest, Tom.
I look around the room. I smell a fresh kidney. It's Robert Hines.
God, you're weird.
Yeah.
No, it's important. I mean, this is a great thing. It's important people to know about things like organ transplants, et cetera, et cetera.
Be a donor.
Please.
And, Robert has got a new kidney in there.
Absolutely. And
did they give you a look-see at the old one, or was it just like a shriveled up?
It was like a raisin. It was gone.
Really?
I had a very rare kidney disease, and it was in remission, but then I love sugar, and I went back into it, and bam, there it went. Yep.
Wow. Well, we're glad you're doing well now. You've also lost a ton of weight. I know you're feeling good and looking good. And
I became so like the opposite of a Karen is a Kareem.
Okay.
And I have become full-blown Kareem. I have a dog walker. I got a dog now. And I have a dog walker. And a sister called Allie Kay from Chicago. She was like, you guys aren't as tough as you think you are. I was like, really? She said, yeah, you got kind of a Kareem vibe. I'm like, what does that mean? She was like, well, you don't drink regular water. You drink sparkling water. And you have a dog walker. And my dog walker takes amazing photos. He should be a photographer. And as I'm explaining this, she's like, yeah, you kind of not Inglewood or Hood anymore. I don't think.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. When were you Hood?
Yeah.
And then there was silence.
Yeah.
We have Christy Lee. She's sitting right there at the neighborhood news desk.
Yes, at the neighborhood news desk.
That's right.
Dad, you're a little more Hood ornament than Hood.
Yeah. Thank you. I think that's a compliment. What have you got over there, Christy?
Well, a former attorney from the Portland Hood of Oregon was sentenced to prison after being found guilty of embezzling client funds to bankroll trips to nudist resorts and safaris.
Wow.
Ms. Lori Devaney systematically defrauded at least 135 clients out of more than $3.8 million in insurance proceeds that she held in trust on their behalf.
Is the safaris also nudist?
No, they are not.
Oh, so it's nudist.
The 57-year-old used the money to fund a lavish lifestyle that did include those African safaris and big game hunting trips that came in at $173,000. She spent $35,000 on taxidermy expenses. I wonder what she taxidermied. I tried to find it, and I
Probably
couldn't.
the stuff that she shot on.
I know, but I want to know what they were, what animals. Creep. And $220,000 in cigars and related expenses.
Wait a minute.
$220,000 on cigars and other related expenses.
I would imagine in the right place, you could buy a cigar, you could buy a farm for that.
Yeah. And $60,000 on stays at a luxury nudist resort in Palm Springs, California. She was sentenced to 8.5 years basically in federal prison, 3 years supervised release, and ordered to pay more than $4.5 million in restitution.
She's a nudist.
Yes.
So when she works pro bono, it's a raging diamond cutter.
I took a look at her mugshot.
Yeah.
Something up?
Mug indeed.
I don't know that I'd
Don't
want to
trust
be in
her?
a nudist resort with her.
Shouldn't be in charge of a trust? Oh, I see what you're doing.
Maybe
Okay.
she's a butterface.
Oh, everything's good.
Maybe she's Bengal.
Maybe.
What's that?
Nice uniform, ugly helmet.
Speaking of the Bengals,
Yes.
got to get back to these Chick McGee picks.
Who dey?
Chick tends to get hot toward the end of the season.
Real
when it
hot,
comes
Daddy,
to the
real
picks-
hot.
The picks. Excuse me, against the spread, you picked against Robert Hatton of Cincinnati. He was our last winner of the Big Green Egg Mini Max. And I'll just run through them very quickly. You
They're all
are
online,
picking. You double shocked your San Francisco bet.
I did.
Very
I like
excited about
San
the
Francisco
49ers.
minus the 10.
You're taking the Bills.
Minus the 13.
You're taking the Giants.
Yep. Kirk Cousins. Love the guy.
And you're taking Tampa.
Tampa plus the 3. See you, Dak.
You're taking
Hit the bench.
Cincinnati minus the 9.
Oh, yeah. No Lamar Jackson for the Ravens. I don't
And then
know
you're
what's going on there. He's not getting paid. I don't know what the problem is.
Then you're taking Jacksonville.
I like Trevor Lawrence with his long, flowing
locks.
And,
golden hair.
Robert
He's
agreed.
a goddess.
Except for the Charger game, Robert agreed with you. So there we go. Now we return to the news desk with Christy.
A sheriff in Missouri who needed community volunteers for hands-on field sobriety training got a lot of recruits.
Yeah.
The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office put out the call for alcohol drinking volunteers.
I'm sorry. I'm from Missouri, and I live right now. I lived right next to Jefferson County.
Oh, did you really?
Of course. This was a very inside sort of laugh.
So there are a lot of people who drink in Jefferson County. Is that what you're saying?
In most counties, I think
Isn't
that's
that
going to be the case.
Oh, sorry. This isn't applicable
Jefferson City's the capital. Right?
Yeah.
Missouri? Okay.
Yeah.
I used to know all my capitals. Tom, what happened to me? I used to know all my
When did you?
capitals.
Why
Go
do you
ahead,
need
give me
to
a
use
state.
it?
I'll tell you the capital.
Alabama.
Lawrenceburg. See, that's not right.
Lawrenceburg. Isn't it Birmingham?
That's wrong. That's wrong.
Alaska.
Terrible.
Juneau.
Nice.
Oregon.
Salem. I think that's right.
I don't know.
I think that might be
Is it Bend?
It's either Salem or Cool.
Wait a minute. I resent that joke. I'm doing president.
Anyway, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office put out the call for alcohol drinking volunteers, sweetening the deal with free booze and a ride home. Boy, responses poured in. The social media post drew over 800 comments, with the office's public safety information coordinator thanking users in a follow-up video. He added, quote, "We are full up. Please stop emailing. Please stop calling. Please stop sending messages on our Facebook page." According to CBS News, the annual training program, called a wet lab, asks volunteers to drink and socialize for several hours before undergoing a series of field sobriety tests. Officers can then look for signs of alcohol impairment and practice determining when it's appropriate to administer a breath test that calculates a person's blood alcohol level.
Right.
So they don't do it for marijuana yet, do they? They don't.
Well,
That's
no,
a really
but that
controversial,
is-
difficult topic.
Yes.
Because
I was just talking to an attorney friend of mine Tuesday about that. She has a case right now, and it's very hard to
test.
Well, yeah, I don't they have to do a blood test for that?
Yeah, you can do a blood test, but that's in the last 30 days if you smoked pot, so there's no way to prove that you smoked pot before you were driving.
Is there a level that defines impairment technically?
I don't know.
Now, our guest, Robert Hines, the kidney man, I'm calling him. You got the brand new kidney.
Absolutely.
Now, I know nothing about medicine, so I'm going to be really dumb and ask you this. Can you drink alcohol with
Well,
is it a good idea, bad idea?
I don't know, because I didn't drink alcohol before.
Okay.
So I mean that's
Hey,
so I'm pretty sure
never
it'll
too
be
late
fine.
to start.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be fine, but I wouldn't use me as the authority to find out.
Yeah.
How about the reefer, the weed, the hemp, the 13?
No matter what, you probably shouldn't smoke it, because it's not the smoke isn't good for you.
Right.
However, the edibles might be an interesting concept for you. In addition to that, they have ways you could get it that's not vape pen. It's like it'll heat it up enough for you to just get the high part, and then you don't have to get the smoke. So those are the healthier options of the two. Not saying that I know much about it.
Okay. Just asking.
Well, if you have to be careful with sugar, you can't get the traditional gummies. You have to get vegan options for edibles, and that can just be impossible.
He's vegan.
You're a vegan, right?
The gummies are technically vegan, so the sugar is not, that's not the issue, because if you get vegan gummies, you're right. If you get vegan, because I know some people who make some homemade gummies that are not, it's gelatin, so it ain't. But I'm just saying, overall, it is a pleasant experience for those who do it.
Wow. So that's a pretty small, what do they call it? Make that Venn diagram.
What, vegan gummies? Or what?
African-American comedian, one kidney vegan gummy.
And then you see a picture of me on the internet. Yes.
I'm not saying that there's a lot of them, but Robert
You're
Hines
fascinated by this kidney transplant thing, aren't you?
Absolutely. It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing the world we live in.
Yes, it is.
I mean, all of us would be dead by now.
Check it out.
I'd be blind from my. This is great. I mean, medicine's tremendous. I'm so glad that you're doing well.
I'm involved. I got the transplant at USC. Fight on. And at USC they have a synthetic kidney project, where they take the regenerative cells, 4 of them, put it in you. And then the kidney grows inside of you.
Man.
Wow. But they haven't done that to you yet. Right?
They haven't done it at all yet. They've done it in some mice. But I'm like, I'm counting on it. Let's get it, baby.
So they give you a second one.
If you tear this one up, because they're not going to give you 2 at the same time. They're so hard to find because people don't want to give them up. But what they will do is, if this thing works out, which it looks like it is, and it's changing every day, the technology changes every day at USC. I wanted to say that again because they saved my life.
Do you exclusively use Trojans in the bedroom?
Yes.
Vegan Trojans.
Sure. Of course I do. Sure. I've been married for 20 years. There's no need.
Oh, sorry. So sorry.
We meant on the road.
Yeah, with your side piece. I speak jive.
Let's take a breath. Let's just take a breath, take a break. We'll be back.
Little reference to the movie Airplane. I'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
About your britches, baby.
About your britches.
About your britches.
Monday, Tuesday, hump day is halfway. Stick it in the pig, pop it in the bank. Saturday's coming quicker than anything. 48 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. Oh, I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't come. I can't move on, attention is long gone. Suits are pressed, wallets in shape. The only thing left is a little manscape. 24 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. Oh, I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, it's my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't love Gonna blow a wad on you. 24 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. Oh, I'm coming in my pants, my shirt is my best mummies.
And location. U.S. Armed Forces also have prohibited the app on military devices. The U.S. has now collected 510 reports of unidentified flying objects, many of which are flying in sensitive military airspace. That's according to a declassified intelligence report summary released Thursday. While there's no evidence of extraterrestrials, they still pose a threat. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence says that's because the events continue to occur in restricted or sensitive airspace, highlighting possible concerns for flight safety or spying. The classified version of the report addresses how many of those objects were found near locations where nuclear power plants operate or nuclear weapons are stored. And that's a look at things you may have missed on this Friday. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Coming this Thursday on ABC. He's the luckiest guy alive. It's Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates.
Come on, Cindy. It's this darn brassiere. It keeps pinching.
Oh, yeah. Feeling fine.
Yeah, mine's pinching a bit, too. Let's just take them off. Okay.
Hello. He's living rent-free and getting an eyeful.
Cindy, what do you think of my new negligee? Do you think it fits? Oh, yeah, it looks great. What do you think of mine?
He's invisible and insatiable.
Gee, Cindy, this bed sure feels lumpy. Boy, that's uncomfortable.
Come to Papa. You know you want it. Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates. Followed by the fast-paced action of pro basketball with a moral twist. Meet Carl Goodman, Amish power forward.
We have worked together, my friends. We shared the ball with he who was open, and were blessed when 2 points were bestowed upon us. Now we must pray.
Oh, merciful God above us.
It's Carl Goodman, Amish power forward, right after Invisible Dave and his two stacked roommates. Thursday on ABC.
Ye be thar.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos and
stand-up comedy.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hi, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our guest.
Thank you very much. Our guest is comedian Robert Hines. Hines, not like the ketchup.
Not at all.
Don't want to
More like Duncan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Duncan Hines. Good cake.
That's what my uncle used to call my dad. Hey, Duncan.
Duncan Hines. That's nice. Those were great commercials. Always made me want to eat cake. Very tasty. And we've been talking about Robert's personal life, in as much as he is, he's got a funnier kidney now because it works. Got a kidney transplant. You're doing great. You're looking good.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here. You're also the man responsible for the Save Toby Jones tour. I do have a little bit of Toby Jones here for you if you're wondering what we're talking about. Let me fire this thing up. Here it comes.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. You like to eat. America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get their feet rubbed? We'll fry anything you want for $5.99. As long as it's friable or edible, we're going to make it deliciable. We will fry parts of the chicken you didn't even know was friable. The beak, the feathers, we'll fry candy bars. All that European stuff that you don't really normally eat, we'll bring it down here and fry it for you. All our meats are gently tenderized to their optimum deliciousness.
So, friends, let's just decide you don't want no barbecue. Well, that's fine, too. Why not let one of my foot specialists or myself perform our magic? Look at it. Don't they look wonderful? If you really pay me enough, we'll massage your feet in any of these sauces also. So go ahead and give me a call or find us on the worldwide internets at the new website. That's JONES, bigasstruckrentalstorage.com/Jones. Good ass barbecue and foot massage.html.
Excuse me, did you call number 52?
Did you hear me call number 52?
Toby Jones.
That is my wife, and that is her true behavior in situations.
Excuse me.
She sounds like she has an edge.
Yes,
Lord. Now, you mentioned that you're a vegan.
Yeah.
Again, I would like to introduce this as a stupid question, but it's from me, so of course it is. Is there such a thing as vegan barbecue?
Yes. It's I cannot.
Do they take the pseudo meats or?
It's like sometimes it could be like dragon fruit or something like that. I can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot figure out. I don't remember the name of this stuff, but you can buy it in a store that's already like sliced up like.
Yeah, I've seen them. There's a faux meat counter at one of the
something like that.
It begins with an S.
Yeah. And that's the stuff I like to cook the most because it acts like meat. It tastes like meat and it smokes like meat.
Huh.
Yeah,
right.
That stuff is incredible. I just don't. What I usually barbecue is like a lot of vegetables. Like I take a bunch of vegetables, put them in a cast iron skillet, put a little spray on them, and then just sit them out there on the grill. And the next thing you know, there's deliciousness that isn't got any meat in it.
Is your wife also a vegan?
No, not at all. She likes a chicken. She has never met a chicken wing she didn't actually love.
Really? One of your people.
I'm such a wing guy, man. I love that. And in Chicago, so many good wings.
Hey, man, you should come by. I still cook meat. Because she still eats it. So I can barbecue a rib to perfection. And I'll throw some chicken on the side for you and her. Well, she gonna eat all of it because she does not turn down. She's like, that's his problem, not mine.
I see. We're going to switch gears here and go back to Christy Lee at the news desk. Have we missed anything?
A general with the California National Guard has been relieved of duty after he reportedly ordered troops to take his mom shopping. Brigadier General Jeffrey Magram has also been accused of forcing subordinates to perform other personal tasks.
I hope we have examples.
Well, like making an on-duty National Guard member drive him 120 miles to a dental appointment and coercing an underling to take his place in a mandatory training session.
I've done that.
Yeah, we know.
We used to have people take our
HR test.
Here.
Yeah, they can't possibly.
What happened to that? That was a nice perk.
That's so boring. He got in trouble for, sending the troops out shopping for him.
Yeah.
That's one Uber that,
Who complained about this?
Ouch.
I would imagine
one of his underlings, apparently.
America.
He didn't want to do it anymore.
I don't know, but I've been told there's a big sale at Kohl's. Nordstrom's also. General's out chasing tail.
Whoa.
Bed Bath & Beyond has another sale. They're actually shutting the doors for many of them. Wow. Yeah, that's not appropriate, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Sounds like something you'd happen in a sad sack comic.
I was in the military. It was some of the most fun I ever had with my clothes on. It was amazing. You get to break things and blow up stuff. That's the best job in the world. And even though you got to get up early, you don't necessarily have to be neat. You know what I mean? Just get up and just go tear up stuff. It is amazing. It's the best job ever.
Oh, wow. Were you in the Army?
I was in the Army. I was a field artillery cannon crewman.
Huh.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, cool. Oh. Did you get stationed anywhere interesting?
I went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And then I went to, I was in the reserves. I went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and then I went somewhere in Wisconsin that we used to drill at over the 3 day. They would have these 3 day things where you would leave work on Friday, go straight to the Army, and then you wouldn't come back till Sunday night. They call them Muta 4s or something. And I would go up to Wisconsin, and it would be cold, but I would still blow up stuff, which was my goal.
Okay, of course. Blowing up stuff.
Yeah. That sounds right up your alley. You'd like to blow up stuff.
I love blowing up stuff. Setting it on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, so much fun.
Yeah. An Ohio man. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
An Ohio man was caught with a suitcase full of stolen meat and has been arrested for the 70th time.
All right.
I don't get this.
According to the South Euclid Police Department, Walmart employees reported a shoplifter who left the store with a cart full of various packaged meat and a suitcase. Investigators said the 62-year-old suspect then filled the suitcase with the stolen meat and threw away whatever did not fit. WJW.
Hey, this guy stole things 70 times.
Reports the officers got up with the man at a bus stop across the street from the store where he told officers that he sells stolen meat to restaurants at half price.
Yeah.
So you're a restaurant.
arrested.
A guy walks in with a suitcase full of meat. You know, this is legit.
Yeah, this is the 70th time the 62-year-old has been arrested for stealing
Well, they
meat.
keep catching him. You know why?
Why?
They did a stakeout. Thank you. We were here all week. What, I mean, if he's been arrested that often, it must be like a sales meeting. Okay, whoever arrests Barry this month gets two Applebee's gift certificates.
God.
I love this guy because he's bad at what he does, and he doesn't let it stop him. He never learns his lesson. This man is all heart, and he should be celebrated.
Seem to keep at it, doesn't he? Yes.
I mean, but if we do the math, at 60-something years old, let's say your thieving started at, let's say, 5 or 6. That's really not a lot of thieving to get caught for. If that's only like a little bit better than once a year.
If you look at it that way, which would be ridiculous.
It averages out.
I like Willie's notion about this. This guy, he's so bad at it, but he doesn't quit.
No. Well, he's probably making some decent money at it.
How?
If he's selling it to restaurants.
There's not enough punitive.
There's very little overhead.
But why?
That suitcase has paid for itself a few different times.
Why doesn't the judge make it very clear that if this continues?
Yeah, one more time, we're executing you.
That's a little harsh.
Well, 70 times?
I mean, come on. If the punishment's not working, you got to step it up.
Well, what's the judge keep saying? All right, if I see you back in here, it'll just be another Tuesday, I guess. So.
Well,
and then he goes sells the judge a couple of steaks in the parking lot.
And my steak has a luggage tag on it.
Gorgeous meat. Yeah.
I was I used to be a jail guard and I did security work, and I was in the grocery store and this guy had stolen from the grocery store and got outside. Once you get outside, you're not supposed to really chase him. And he got outside and he threw the stuff he stole in the trash can and came back in to steal more stuff.
Oh.
So when he came back in, I caught him and I walked him into the security room and I showed him the video of him stealing. And he was angry with me. What type of sicko are you? You gonna watch me steal and then let me come back? I was like, I didn't. Okay, sir. Yes. You going to jail today. Now, normally I'm like, okay, I'll let you go. But no, you are going to jail
today. Today.
Was he going to come back to the trash can and get the stuff?
He was going to come back, and he wasn't stealing small stuff. He was he had like steak and seafood and macadamia nuts.
Those are pricey.
Oh yeah, you can fence some macadamia nuts. Oh yeah.
He's going to do macadamia encrusted fish and surf and turf. Yeah,
delicious. Speaking of delicious food, that's where HelloFresh comes in. It's a new year. HelloFresh has some really cool new stuff. What's HelloFresh all about? They do the shopping. That saves you a ton of time. They do the measuring, and they hand you the recipe cards that have pictures and everything. Things like the fast and fresh recipes, a bunch of new ones like the falafel bowls or the Southwest pork and beans burritos ready in 15 minutes. So you get home, just spend a few minutes whipping this stuff up. You've got restaurant-quality food, and HelloFresh is cheaper than going to the grocery store on your own because they're buying in bulk, and you get fresh ingredients. It's also significantly less expensive than takeout. Willie, what's the latest you're working on over there?
Check out the pork, sausage, and shingled potatoes with broccoli and balsamic glaze. HelloFresh sends you 6 simple ingredients. Put those together in 4 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious meal you made at home with help from our friends at HelloFresh.
And the big games are all coming up this weekend, so you can host like a pro in the next few weeks with all this football. They've got a winning assortment of snacks, apps, mains, and more at HelloFresh. Here's the key. They got a new number here, a new code. Why? Because they've added a bunch of meals, 22 free meals to be exact, as part of a special program, plus free shipping There's no reason not to try it now. The code is BT Show 22, like Bob Tom Show 22. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. That's BT Show 22 at HelloFresh.com/BT Show 22. Coming up, the very rare pink-footed goose has been spotted, and we've got it. And what is the most contaminated place in your kitchen? You'll never guess. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom, 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
It's the laughter after the Bob and Tom Show. We call it Bob and Tom's work farce. All the fun without really that much effort. Just keep that smile going all day and keep it tuned right here to Bob and Tom 24/7 and keep your coworkers guessing what's making you so happy. It's us, the Bob and Tom Show, all day long on Bob and Tom 24/7. So glad you've tuned in on a Friday. Yes, it is a Friday, January 13th. Hope you have a great weekend as well. But we're not done with you yet. We still have a full hour to get through, and you never know what's going to happen in the last hour of Friday. Things get a little wonky. Everyone's ready to go home. Chick McGee, my gosh, he's already out in the parking lot heading home. No, he's still here. Just mentally, he's out the door. But that's okay. That's what makes the show fun on a Friday. So glad you could join us all morning long right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, Chick, where are you going?
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. A massive storm system whipping up severe winds and spawning tornadoes cut a path across the U.S. South, killing at least 7 in Georgia and Alabama, where a twister damaged buildings and tossed cars in the streets of historic downtown Selma. As of last night, tens of thousands of customers were without power across the 2 states. If you're thinking of lighting up at the Mini Mart for a shot at a $1.35 billion Mega Millions jackpot, you might first dig into your coat pocket or your car's glove box and make sure you don't already have a winning ticket from an earlier drawing. As we line up to get our Mega Millions tickets, lottery officials throughout the country say every year players miss out on millions of dollars in prizes they either don't realize they've won or decline to cash in because they feel it's just not worth the small payoff. A $1.6 million Powerball ticket sold in Sacramento, California, expired last May. And that same month, a $1 million Powerball ticket sold in Michigan also expired. The official start date of the 2023 tax filing season will be January 23rd. That's when the IRS will start accepting and processing 2022 returns. The news comes after the National Taxpayer Advocate reported that the IRS watchdog is seeing, quote, a light at the end of the tunnel of the IRS customer service struggles, thanks to the hiring of thousands of new workers and tens of billions of dollars in new funding provided to the IRS in the new climate and health law. And that should create for you and me a smoother filing season this year. That's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
Well, there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good. Right. Cake, great. Right. Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, when is that, a Skittle?
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Dear Chick, I've enjoyed hearing your Tomisms and wanted to share a few that have not been mentioned.
Okay.
Tomisms are words that only Tom uses. Tom referred to as a water hose nozzle as a squirter gun. You referred to one of your daughter's birthday tiara as a birthday helmet. You have called a video arcade a game parlor. And you absolutely have called a stack of weights for a barbell at a gym a stack of weight pancakes.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're in a gym today to find out what athletes need after they've had a big workout. Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
You look pretty sweaty.
Yeah. I just jogged 5 miles. I did the weights, did some step aerobics. God, I'm dying.
What do you need after a big workout like that?
I could use a big glass of water.
Water?
Yeah.
You don't want water. You need something to replace your bodily fluids. Get you back on your feet again.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, what do you got?
Here, try this.
What is it?
Thirspiration Plus.
Thirspiration Plus, huh?
Replaces all your bodily fluids after a big workout.
All right, I'll try it. Jesus, what is that? Tastes like sweat.
It is sweat. Well, a little coloring. We added some carbonation, but
What are you trying to do to me?
Thirspiration Plus replaces all your bodily fluids lost during a big workout. Thirspiration Plus. Bodily sweat and icy cold jug.
Come here, you crazy son of a...
I borrow your shirt and your shorts for later.
You're sick.
Thirspiration Plus. Lemon lime, tropical punch, or clear.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. How long have we been back from vacation? There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
I'm trying to do like 4 things at once here, and I can only do one at once.
That's being generous. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
Go Hooday. Go Bengals. There's Willie Griswold.
Hello, sir.
I'm Chick McGee, and Tom Griswold is here with his special guest.
I know a couple of comedians that only have one kidney.
Oh, really?
George Lopez.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Robert Hines. And Robert's right over there. I can see him.
Here for you.
There you go. You're growing the facial hair over there, Robert? You got the...
Yes, I have.
A little bit of salt and pepper.
It's getting there. I have had the same facial hair since I was about 14 or 15.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if you look at a picture of me in high school when I'm not doing the ROTC thing, this little same thing, yeah, same face.
Okay.
I had the sideburns when I was in high school. My facial hair didn't really come in for a while yet.
Okay.
Like your sideburns.
Mm-hmm.
You had big ones like that?
Has Robert? Yeah, right down to the bottom. Yeah, the big.
Wow.
I just got him kind of trimmed up a little
Not
bit.
the pork chop, but yeah.
Okay. Now, we have Christy Lee at the news desk, and we promised yesterday we never got to the story. This is something for birders, the bird watchers, they used to call them.
Did we watch that movie with Steve Martin? That was a great movie.
I love that movie.
I liked it, too. It's very...
The Big Year?
Really enjoyable.
Yes.
It was sweet.
Really wonderful.
Heck of a cast.
Nobody got murdered. There were no dumb superheroes flying in with superpowers that they change around all the time to make the plot.
It's a nice movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
called
the way
The Big
the
Year.
world should be. Am I right on this?
They don't make them like they used to.
Okay. What do you got, Christy?
Bird watchers are flocking to Kentucky to catch a glimpse of a rare pink-footed goose.
I'd like to see this.
The Lexington Herald Leader reports the bird was spotted in Shelby County last month.
Really?
According to eBird,
Siskel and eBird?
No, yeah.
Thank you very much.
The pink-footed goose is a relatively small, short-necked bird with a dark brown head and neck, pink legs, and a small back bill with a pink band.
Don't want no
small
short
black
neck
bill.
bird.
It looks just like a duck with pink
then
feet.
it must walk like a duck, talk like a duck.
Then it must be a duck.
Must be a duck.
It's actually a goose. It's usually found in Greenland, Iceland, and northwestern Europe, but it's also an occasional visitor to northeastern North America, though no one has ever spotted one in Kentucky before.
Careful, though, Goose. They tend to fry birds in Kentucky. Chicken?
Oh, that's a KFC joke.
That is.
Oh. Maybe you need a little more context.
No, I know.
Nice try.
Yeah.
Oh, let's try this. Hey, Willie, how do you get down from a duck?
How do you get down from
You
a duck?
don't get down from a goose. Come on.
Thank you very much.
Tom has said everything to me today, but for, why don't you go home?
No hard feelings.
Yeah,
See you,
yeah, no,
we'll
it's-
see you Monday.
Contributed.
I know sometimes
You come back Monday. Just take the day.
It's just one of those days he doesn't care for my presence.
He's got
Again next week.
It's okay. You're doing fine.
He's got 2 modes today: talk over you or read his computer. That's all you're going to get out of him today.
Bird watchers, some who traveled from as far as Wisconsin, were initially led on a wild goose chase while in search of the bird. Just as they were about to give up, though, a fellow birder sighted the goose, sounded the call, and the gaggle of enthusiasts converged at its location to take turns looking at this rare Bigfoot.
That was an awful lot.
Goose's call is, I'm over here. Hey, yo, right here.
I can't figure out
Found him.
If pink-footed goose is, it sounds more like either a sex move or a or a shot that you'd have at a frat house.
That is hilarious. I hit it with that old pink-legged goose, baby.
I gave her the PFG.
Is it the pink-footed or the pink-legged? What are they? Pink-footed goose. Yeah.
Footed.
They got more of these. There's a bird called the blue-footed booby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always funny.
Bright blue feet.
They're
And
in
I did
Madagascar.
I did a Spanish project on this thing so I could learn the Spanish word for booby. Turns out it's just booby. And I got to say booby like 10 times in class.
Galapagos.
I fail to see the big damn deal. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't see the big damn deal
Because
either.
the bird is almost never seen in North America.
That's crazy.
So what?
That's a gorgeous bird.
Maybe he likes his privacy. Maybe we'll leave it alone.
That's why he flew here. He didn't want to be in Greenland. Where
Take a
everybody
gander at
bothered
that
him.
thing. It's beautiful.
Take a gander at the
Sorry,
goose.
Josh. I mean, the birding, it's about the journey. It's not about even seeing the bird.
That's exactly
it's
right.
about being out there and the outdoors. And
No, it's about seeing the birds.
Well, it is, but it's also about the...
You two watch a football game, will you? Jeez.
I enjoy the occasional football
Yeah,
game.
only birds I want to hear about are the Eagles, baby.
Damn right.
E-A-G-L-E-S. Josh and Tom are annoying.
I'm sure there's an area around here somewhere that can show you
Eagles,
some Eagles.
Seahawks, any of those birds. Cardinals, yeah.
I don't know.
I have Cardinals daily on my bird feeder.
Do you?
Male and female.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're lousy with them, okay? No big
It's our
deal.
state bird, I think.
Oh, is that right?
I think it's like 8 people.
Yeah, I
8
think it's
states.
every state's bird.
Yeah.
I found it to be very special.
Okay.
Does Missouri have a state bird?
Yes, they do.
Will you share it with me?
Once I look it up.
Fair enough.
Wait a minute. You were saying that you know all the state capitals.
No. I said I don't know. I
You're
said
telling
what
me-
happened. I don't know what the state capitals are, is what I said.
Do you know any state birds?
Any state birds?
California.
Condor.
Probably, I would guess. That would be the,
I was going to say the
Totally
swallow.
guessed.
I don't know.
The swallow.
That's how you get
That'd be in Hollywood.
The eastern bluebird has been the official state bird of Missouri since 1927.
Oh, bluebirds are beautiful. Do you have
They sure
bluebirds at your feeder? I get them at my bird
I do,
bath.
yeah.
You very rarely see a blown bird. It's much very rare.
Just sort of smoking a
sleepy.
cigarette.
They're very sleepy.
Thank you very much.
Man, that was cool.
Christy, what else you got?
A Connecticut family was shocked to discover a bear hibernating underneath their deck. WFSB reports the bear, nicknamed Marty, has been taking refuge under the deck of the home in Plainville.
Don't zip over that. What's his name?
Marty.
Marty.
Vincent Dashukiewicz told me. See, why do you do this to me? Because I knew it if I just saw it without you doing the pronouncer.
It's
Dashkowitz.
Vincent. No, it's Dashukiewicz.
Told the station he's massive, but he's super chill. He hasn't done much so far. Vincent said officials advised him to let him be as long as he's not creating a disturbance.
Let him be.
Most important thing is to leave the bear alone, stay out of the area, and keep your dogs and kids away,
How do
according
you
to
do
Jason
that?
Hawley.
Dogs and kids away.
He's underneath your deck.
Yeah.
Well, you don't go out the back door. You're going to have to, everybody has to go out the front.
He's just surrounded by collars and backpacks.
That's a pretty good setup we got here.
Looks like Marty could be under the deck until early March or longer.
Wow.
Best
Yeah.
DoorDash I've ever heard.
I guess they're sharing Marty with the world under the social media handle marty.the.bear.
I want to see this thing. Marty the .bear.
Marty.the.bear.
I bet you it's alarmingly small. That's what I bet.
Really?
Well, we have an
I bet
episode
Willie's bigger than this
of the
bear.
Mr. Obvious show that may or may not touch on this exact topic.
Oh.
Hello and welcome to the Mr. Obvious Show. I am your host, Mr. Obvious. Let's take a call. The Mr. Obvious Show.
Help, Mr. Obvious, help. You gotta help me, please. Help.
Hold on a minute, caller. Just calm down. Cool your jets. Is this the way we start a phone call?
Oh, jeez.
Caller?
I'm sorry, Mr. O. Hello, is this Mr. Obvious Show?
Speaking.
Hey, Mr. Obvious. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Well, hello. Thanks for calling the Mr. Obvious Show.
Sure thing.
What seems to be the problem?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Obvious, jeez, you gotta help me out. I got a bear in my crawl space.
A bear?
Yeah, I got a bear there.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty pretty sure, Mr. O. I can hear him down there growling.
You can. What does he sound like?
You know, it's kind of a growling, kind of a.
Now, caller. This wouldn't be a garbage disposal, would it?
Garbage disposal? What am I, an idiot, Mr. Hopkins? I know what a garbage disposal sounds like. That's more like a.
It's just that I talked to a fellow one time who thought he had a critter under his sink. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh, you say you got a critter and you can hear him. Now, what kind of sound does he make, caller?
Kind of like.
Now, this is under your sink in your kitchen?
Yeah.
Well, I think I know what your problem is, caller. It's a garbage disposal. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes. Do you remember that, caller?
I don't know. Let me think, Mr. Obvious. No, I got nothing.
All right, forget the garbage disposal. Have you seen this bear in your crawl space?
No way, Mr. Obvious. I'm scared to go down there. Bears are big and scary. Have you ever seen a bear, Mr. O?
Well, of course, I know what a bear is capable of doing. It's just that I have a hard time believing you have an actual bear in your crawl space.
Well, I know it seems weird, but I think he must go down there whenever it rains a lot. Maybe get out of the damp weather. It's been raining a lot around here, and I think this bear must have crawled into my crawl space to get out of the rain.
Hold on a minute, caller. Did you say you just noticed the bear in your crawl space after getting a lot of rain?
Yep. Yeah, it's been raining cats and dogs around here, Mr. Hopkins. You know that's just an expression, right? Yeah, there ain't really cats and dogs coming down.
Yes, caller, I'm following you.
But, I didn't want you to think I was crazy, Mr. Hopkins. Anyway, so I got this bear in my crawl space, and he must have crawled down there to get out of the puddles of water that are all over the place.
So you got a lot of rain, and you noticed the bear making noises down there.
Yeah, kind of a growling and breathing like a.
Caller, I think I've solved your mystery. It is not a bear.
No? What do you think it is? Like a badger, ocelot, hedgehog, venomous duck?
No, caller. I think what you have in your crawl space is a sump pump.
Sump pump.
Yeah.
That's a funny name, Mr. Alfie. Is that kind of like one of them made-up animals, like a unicorn, or a pegasus, or a kangaroo?
Kangaroo?
Yeah, a sump pump. So are these things vicious? They got claws and big old sharp fangs?
Listen carefully, caller. A sump pump is an appliance, a machine that is installed in basements and crawl spaces. It pulls excess water out and keeps the area dry.
So it's like a vacuum for water?
Why, yes, caller, that's exactly it. You're catching right on.
So they ain't scary or vicious or nothing?
Not at all, caller.
Huh. I never made the connection. Sump pump. Sump pump.
Mm-hmm.
I'm such a dummy. I sure thought it was a big old bear, though. I could hear him down there growling.
Yeah, I'm sure it sounded scary, caller. Some of those sump pumps are a bit noisy. I think if you take a look in your crawl space, you'll find the ground is dry, your pump hard at work, keeping the water at bay.
Well, I guess I could go down and take a look at the sump pump. Sump pump. Yeah, I got my cordless phone here. Let me just
all right.
Go on down and take a look, see? Yeah, looky there. Well, hello, Mr. Sump Pump. Boy, it's a big old sump pump, Mr. O. Real hairy, too. Hey there, Mr. Sump Pump.
Caller.
Ain't you supposed to be sucking that water up? Come on, get over there, boy. Start sucking on that water.
Caller, maybe I was a bit hasty.
You ought to see him, Mr. O. He's coming right over here. Yeah, Mr. Sump Pump, get that work there. Gonna dry up my back.
Hello? That's all the time we have. Join us again next time on the Mr. Obvious Show.
There you go. Art imitates life.
Yeah.
Once again, the bear named Marty is camped out under the deck of a home in Plainville, Connecticut.
Yeah.
They've been told by the wildlife biologist Jason Hawley, just leave it there.
Well, yeah, you're not going to mess with them.
They've got kids and dogs. I mean,
You walk out the front.
Yeah.
really,
Although I have to say, I
the
was
bear
on.
can't. The bear might mosey around to the front of the
No,
house.
he's sleeping. He's hibernating. Bears hibernate for the winter. They don't walk around.
Don't they get up and walk like
no,
sleepwalk?
they sleep the whole time. Hibernating means they sleep the whole time.
Yeah, well, I would want to make sure. That's all I'm.
Are you ready for the movie Cocaine Bear, Tom? Comes out, I think, next month.
What is that about?
Oh.
It's based on a true story where a bear got a hold of like 100 pounds of cocaine.
Really?
And went berserk.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's in the second act. There's the scene. He keeps talking about how his band could have taken off. Got all these issues with his dad. He's smoking cigarettes.
Playing bass.
He knows the meaning of life.
Yes,
He just forgot it. We'll be right back with that. Okay, that sounds very good. Thank you very much. Once again, we're hanging out with comedian Robert Hines. And he is on the Save Toby Jones tour right now and visiting a port of call near you. We have time for one more news story, Christy. What's happening over there?
A new study commissioned by the U.S. Department of Agriculture reveals the most contaminated items in your kitchen. You know what they found? The spice containers can easily become cross-contaminated with pathogens during food preparation.
Makes perfect sense. Touching the raw chicken. Yeah.
During an experiment wherein participants prepared a meal with meat that had been inoculated with a pathogen called MS2, scientists discovered that the most frequently contaminated objects were spice containers, with 48% of the samples showing evidence of contamination. Cutting boards and trash can lids were the second and third most contaminated.
This wouldn't affect any of my food at my high school cafeteria, then.
No.
No spice?
Not
bland, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mrs. No. Actually, Mrs. Gunther did made some good stuff.
Oh, she made some gravy, right?
Oh, we called it Gunther's Go-Go Gravy.
Yeah.
You put that gravy on anything, and that would fill up the bathrooms that afternoon.
Oh, my goodness.
Yikes.
The best thing they had, though, were the breaded veal cutlets. We called them scabs.
Yeah.
Breaded veal.
Robert, at your school, did you have the breaded veal cutlets?
We did not.
Yeah, no, same here.
Oh, we were lucky to get sloppy Joe.
Yes.
Oh.
You got bread and meat together?
Yeah.
No, not at my school.
So when you're cooking now, you should clean off your spice, those little bottles.
Yes.
I would not have. That wouldn't have occurred to me. But no.
Are yours out on the counter, or are they up in a cupboard or in a drawer? You probably have a spice drawer, I'm sure.
I'm not living in.
Don't you have Marjorie, the spice steward, that helps you with your spice?
I have
They're all
her dressed like one of the Spice Girls.
Are they in alphabetical order? And
No, I don't. I'm not living in my own house right now. I don't know where
okay,
anything is.
when you flash back to when you lived.
Christy, I can answer. There was like a fake kind of column looking thing.
And then you pulled it out.
You pulled it out.
Love those.
Yeah,
Yes,
I love that
just
too.
under the stove.
I had
Nice.
I had lived in that house for 6 months before I knew that was there.
You know, you say these things like we're going to be amazed that we absolutely expect this sort of thing from you.
I had no idea.
Of course you didn't. You're out on your feet.
I just found out my car has a CD player in it.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Sure, it's right there. I have a CD player in my car.
Really? I thought they stopped doing that.
No, they're there.
Okay.
Just got to know where they are.
Got a turntable in there?
Yes.
Any other dated technology?
Mini fridge, all sorts of
nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Thank you very much.
Fridge.
Right now, I got an update here, by the way, White Castle.
Yes.
The Valentine's Day thing.
Dinner, yeah.
Apparently, some of them are taking reservations, and you are given a 1-hour slot. You must eat and be done in the hour.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So, yeah.
Don't
Why
think
would
that'll
you-
be hard with White Castle.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Right down the hatch.
Cool idea. And if you're going to White Castle for your Valentine's Day dinner, I would recommend you bring some jewelry.
Oh, nice.
And Steven Singer Jewelers has just the thing. Steven has just announced the new rose color this year. It's called Perry. That's short for periwinkle. A real long-stem American beauty rose dipped and trimmed in real, pure 24-karat gold with purple-blue petals. This new color is kind of an indigo, sort of a violet and blue.
Sparkly, it's pretty.
This will take her breath away, fellas. I'm telling you about it. I know that people collect these things, and there's a new color every year. Find them and take a look-see at IHateStevenSinger.com. Prices start at just $59. Steven Singer Jewelers, the #1 gift for Valentine's Day. The famous gold-dipped roses. By the way, a free lifetime guarantee. And, of course, fast and free shipping. Get on it right now. You'll have that thing in your hands in plenty of time for Valentine's Day. A real jeweler with real roses in 24-karat real gold for your real love. IHateStevensinger.com. That's IHateStevensinger.com. Coming up, we will educate you with some interesting things in the world of history. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Rodney has his guitar out. That's a great sounding guitar. Do you have another tune for us?
Sure.
That you'd like to play? I'd love to hear some.
Let's see. What do you...
You want to do one of the classics? Do you want to do something?
There she goes. Bitching again. Saying things she's heard from all her friends. And it don't matter what I do or where the hell I've been. There she goes. Bitching again. I could make $1 million. I could put it in her purse. Buy her a big old mansion. Things would just get worse. I could lasso her the moon and throw it in with all her stuff. And she'd want to know where Neptune was, 'cause the moon ain't good enough. There she goes. Bitching again. Saying things she's heard from all her friends. And it don't matter what I do or where the hell I've been. There she goes. Bitching again. I could have painted the Sistine Chapel. I could have won a Nobel Prize. Built a great wall there in China, and there'd be nothing in her eyes. I could have wrote the whole dang Bible and read it to her twice. And she'd want to know why the yard ain't mowed and the fridge don't make no ice. There she goes. And she's bitching again, saying things she's heard from all her friends. And it don't matter what I do, where the hell I've been. Oh, here she comes, and there she goes, bitching again. Boys, I know you couldn't laugh at that, because she's sitting right there next to you. And she's bitching again.
That's great. Rodney Carrington.
A very happy little puppet house right there at bobandtom.com. It's worth stopping by and investigating. A little wormhole you can go down and not get out of. And don't worry, we won't tell your boss you're hanging out at bobandtom.com. Just make sure you bring enough booze and drugs for the puppets. No, I'm just kidding. We don't do that around here. But the puppets do. bobandtom.com.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. NFL playoffs start this weekend at Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Will be the neutral site if Buffalo and Kansas City meet in the AFC Championship game. The NFL decided to put that potential matchup in a neutral city, of course, after the Monday night game, the Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals, and Damar Hamlin was injured. Baltimore Ravens are still practicing without Lamar Jackson, and it's been announced that he will not play against the Bengals on Sunday night in their playoff game. Las Vegas Raiders quarterback Derek Carr posted on Twitter he's ready for a new challenge of playing in a new city. Those were his first public comments since being benched by coach Josh McDaniel with 2 weeks left in the season. Carr, the Raiders quarterback for 9 seasons. NBA winners last night in double overtime. Dallas beat the Lakers in Los Angeles 119-115. Oklahoma City, Miami, Boston, Toronto, and Cleveland all winning. Top 25 college basketball winners. Number 7, UCLA. Number 8, Gonzaga. Number 9, Arizona. And NHL last night, a full slate. Seattle, Detroit, Winnipeg, Carolina, Montreal, Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Calgary, Chicago, Ottawa, and Vegas all win. And the Rangers skate to an overtime victory, beating Dallas 2-1. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Central Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
They both make a living in their bare feet. Catching one is like a treat, and they both hang out right there by the shell. They both walk slow at a simple pace, both afraid to show their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tale, move so much and never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores.
Yeah.
Turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores.
Turtles and whores.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or a beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yes, I am.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Happy Friday the 13th, buddy.
There's, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
There's Ace Cosby.
Is there anything you can say to ward off the bad spirits on
Triskaidekaphobia. What is it?
Triskaidekaphobia?
Something like that. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and if you haven't, treat yourself. Go online and find the picture of Pat Godwin and Willie Griswold when Willie was about 11, and that's the lineup you're going to have out on the road doing comedy with Willie and double thumbs up. That's exactly right.
It's Waterford, Michigan tonight at One Night Stands.
He's adorable.
I was very cute.
You are still very cute.
Willie G and Patty G will be doing their thing in Waterford, Michigan once again this evening. And while I'm at it, Jeff Oskey, Saturday night only in Mahomet, Illinois. So we got some guys out and about and lots of other folks here and there. And with us in the studio, it's comedian Robert Hines. But right now we have to teach Robert and everyone else a little bit about history.
Oh, real quick, don't forget tonight's Mega Million drawing. $1.35 billion at stake.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's too much money.
That's a lot of money.
Well,
no such thing as too much money.
Suffer through it.
Before we teach folks about history, should we teach folks about comedy? Have we done that yet today?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my
Teacher, you forgot to assign the homework.
Robert, I know you're a professional comedian.
I am so taken by brothers and fellows.
Put it this way. Tiger Woods still takes
Take something for that,
still
would
has
you?
a coach for his golf swing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like you might want to get a pencil and paper.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
I just don't want to have to do two Monday.
Hey, Chick.
Yeah, buddy.
What did the horse say when it tripped?
I don't know, Ace. What did the horse say when it tripped?
I've fallen and I can't giddy up.
That cracked me open.
Very good.
I was slightly impressed.
Very good. Huh. Time now for today, Friday the 13th in history. Tom.
Well, it's just January 13th in history. It doesn't have to be a Friday.
Kill.
Notice he didn't say I was slightly amused. He just said impressed. On this date in history.
Yes.
Oh, this is exciting.
What?
I forgot about this. This song.
I bet you anything it's not.
Chubby Checker.
Sounds like Boz Skaggs.
This is baby. This
Dudley
is Dick
Do-Right.
Clark's idea. He heard Fats Domino. I'm Chubby Checker.
We would have never had the Fat Boys if it weren't for Chubby Checker.
It's, of course, Chubby Checker. The Twist hit #1 for the second time.
And how did he follow up that hit?
Let's twist again.
Went back to the well.
Like we did last summer. Yeah.
I don't get the feeling the record company's wagging the artist at all there.
And he's still doing it, right?
I think so.
Isn't he still out there doing it?
Yeah. Oh, he might still be alive, but there's no way.
He had an album
he's
called
doing the
Harder,
Twist still.
Harder Than Diamonds or something. He had an album, and it was not bad. I remember that album.
That has Twist 3 Tokyo Drift on it, right? That one's good.
Chubby Checker's down to 1 foot. He has to be.
Baby, roll me on the bed.
Oh, Josh. Jeez.
I'm just saying.
Well, let's see now.
You can still twist your top part.
They don't.
That's right.
Now he looks like a dreidel when he twists.
They don't. They don't write. Do they write songs about dances anymore?
Sure.
Do the Boogaloo and all that.
Like the Macarena and all that kind of stuff.
The Harlem
Shuffle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy birthday, Rip Taylor. Sadly, R.I.P. Rip.
Was he the confetti guy?
It was the funniest damn thing I'd ever seen.
You thought what?
I thought he was the funniest guy I'd ever seen in my entire life.
Just,
Because
screaming.
he'd start laughing and then he'd get really serious.
He was hilarious.
What do you guys
He
do?
would move his toupee. Oh.
Happy birthday to
A lot of energy, that man.
Patrick Dempsey. He was, McCreamy?
McDreamy.
No, McCreamy.
McCreamy.
You're
Sorry.
right. There was
McCreamy was his girlfriend.
He looked very shocked when you corrected him. Like, oh, yeah, I messed that up.
I never watched that show. Orlando Bloom.
Oh, he's pretty.
We're clearly at the bottom of the barrel.
Born in 1976.
Time now for things we learned on today's Bob and Tom Show, brought to you by Hyundai.
He was conceived at Disney World.
Orlando Bloom was?
Oh.
Maybe not.
Kissing me, baby.
Things we learned brought to you by Hyundai. The Hyundai Ioniq 5, Motor Trend's 2023 SUV of the year. When it comes to award-winning driving, we're thinking of every mile at Hyundai.
All right.
Let's see. NFL playoffs, overtime rules. Don't look too deeply in it. Just enjoy the game. Josh did pick me up some peanuts from Hubs, right? Hubs peanuts?
Enjoy them.
At mail.
Hubs, Virginia peanuts. Josh used the term when you open a vacuum-packed, sealed peanut canister, the peanut queef.
That's right.
That's what he
got a face full.
Hymenization.
Tom is dealing with new things, new neighborhood, roundabouts, and gets lost every time he comes to work. But he's thinking about using iced coffee cubes to cool his hot coffee.
Sounds like a good idea.
He was very, very upset this morning. His coffee was too hot.
Nice.
I don't know if you heard it.
Burned himself.
I am the Kareem in the situation. I just want to remind you.
Just needed that coffee.
Coffee too hot.
Josh, he looking back on his athletic career, the fondest memories he has, especially in high school, is when his coach would wash his balls in the shower.
He was very,
Oh, my
he
gosh.
was a thorough and kind man.
We had a stupid world record. A guy ripped 36 cans open in 1 minute with his teeth.
And he looks like a 1950s era wrestler.
Right.
Looks like Dick the Bruiser. Arr.
Oh, I remember that dude.
The aluminum chic.
You might want to see these shows this weekend with Pat and Willie in Michigan.
Yeah,
Is
man,
that right?
Waterford County. Come hang.
The rumor is the last shows Pat will ever do with Willie.
Okay, one night stands is the place. Thank you very much. Okay, we certainly appreciate it. Thank you, Robert. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get